Welcome to another night of the MC Motorsports iRACING SimStock series. Tonight we got a triple race lineup tonight featuring mini stocks in all three races at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the newly updated, as well as the newly updated Kansas Speedway. And then we head to our first ever short track race in SimStock history at the South Boston Speedway. We got plenty of cars on the racetrack right here and right now. And we are ready to go, get lined up and ready to go for some racing action here tonight. Super exciting stuff from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This will be our third ever mini stock race in this series history as we get our overlays loaded up on the side. Let's see what we got in tonight's field. We got Connor Doherty back here in the number 17 car for this race. And before we get to that, it's all set up and working properly. Make sure we just get them zoomed out. Some of them zoomed in pretty far. Welcome everyone here tonight. And it looks like we are ready to get back to the action. Welcome back to the SimStock broadcast. Here's this. This is going to be fun. These mini stocks are so fun to watch. We've been doing street stocks, 3 races this week to kind of be even overall with everything. But let's see who we got in tonight's field. We got Anthony Mintz making his debut. Not sure if it's Anthony Mintz or Anthony Mincy, but either way, he's making his debut tonight. We got Connor Doherty back for his third start. We got Cannon Vaughn in the number 5 and Cmejla Crowley in the number 11 also back for his second start. I believe his real name is Emerson Crowley. See who else we got. We got Nathan McLaughlin, who's a fan favorite tonight. And we got Matthew Reek back for more SimStock racing action. Paxton Brandon, last night's winner at Charlotte in the street stocks in the session. And Brad Cmejla, who finished third in that finish last night, is making his second start and his first ever start on iRacing at Las Vegas. Still trying to find the bearings of this car. Oh, you see right there, just that little bit of contact sends Paxton in the wall. It's going to get hard to push with these cars. Here's Levi Lipe at the 14. We got Patrick Connell in the 10. Here we got Chase Modzalewski at the 20, and Caden Gulo is back at the 48. See who else we got loaded on the racetrack. Damon Pacheco making his debut. They're in the number 18, so another new face here in the series. Here's Keith Ingram, who got robbed last night. He's been robbed his whole career. He's still in 5 starts, has not finished in the top 10. He got his best finish of 11th last night. Here's Gabriel Ngoli, who's making his first start in the number 55. So some new faces, as we always see here in the SimStock series. And after this, we're going to have Kansas Speedway Racing coming right up after this. So looking forward to all. Miles Davis, he's back in the number 10. Chase Crawl is back in the number 88, making his second SimStock start. And we'll see quickly here who else is in the session right now. Who's loaded in, who's registered but not loaded in yet. Let's see here. We got Cole Trudeau, Nathaniel Lee, and Richie Yost. So 3 additional names that aren't loaded in. Let's see how much total we have in the session here. We got breaking news. It's looking like Daniel Mosteller is not going to be racing here for now, which will be interesting. Give some of these guys an opportunity. Obviously, Dean was super qualified and great with these cars. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. A solid 20 car field, and there's still 15 minutes to register. We're hoping to fill this one out. We had a lot of promotion over this week. Look at this pack of cars. This is going to be fun. You just love these mini stock cars. We've been looking forward to this all week. A full night of mini stock race news. It's Nathaniel Lee in the 20. We just talked about how he just loaded on in, making his debut as well. Paxton Brandon trying to go 2 in a row. Damon Pacheco, one of these new names. A brand new name to the SimStock series. Look at this pack racing. 3 wide in the corner. See Damon Pacheco way on the outside trying to get a feel for the mini stock cars. Keith Ingram to the inside. Yeah, we're going to see some crazy moves being done. These runs are huge in these cars, and the pushing is insane. The street stocks are a lot more, more organized. They're a lot more clean. A lot more racing you're going to be able to see. But still, I think our Charlotte mini stock race had the best racing last Saturday. And look at that, Cmejla Crowley in. I think it's Gabriel goalie, the 55. Let's see if we got that right. Let's find him here. Gabriel goalie. All right. It's an interesting name. Never heard that name before. So very unique, very cool. Love to have unique names in the series. I almost got his name remembered. But he jumps up to second on the board. Who's this? It's Richie Yost. And the number 29 car, another new name. But last night's race was also super good as well. On the street stocks at Charlotte, that was probably, that could be an argument for our best race yet. Here's Dylan Slanetsky. Seems like a familiar name, but he's going to be making his debut. Look at this 3 wide racing for a moment here. Cannon Vaughn in the number 5. He's done almost every race in SimStock. Brad Cmejla. See if there's anyone else, any new paint schemes at all anywhere. Just the same guys. Cole Trudeau still not loaded in yet. So we'll see when he is able to get in. Still has plenty of time. And guys trying to practice, trying to find different moves, trying to formulate a pack. Look at the 55 gamer goal. Look at that right there. Boy, that is good. It's going to be interesting to watch. Let's see what happened here. Was this contact, or did the 11 just lose it? Oh, I thought the 11 got shoved, and that was an odd angle to get pushed at. It's the 11 of Cmejla Crowley, who caused some problems last night on the last lap, so definitely on watch for tonight. Got into George Karafides, who is not loaded in yet, which is interesting. Watching Matt Reek right now. Richie Yost just set a lap time. Interestingly enough, George Karafides out racing. He's done every race. We appreciate our 7 concurrent viewers. The session is open for anyone to race. If you own the content, just search SimStock in the hosted sessions. And we got 30 laps here. We've been running 35 lap races recently because we've only been doing 1 race a night. But tonight we got 3 races lined up. It's our first full night of SimStock action. Once we grow big enough as a series, we might be a marathon night. There's Slanetsky in the 21. Dylan Slanetsky. Again, that name sounds super familiar. I feel like he's been in a session before by us, but don't think actually raced. Back on the track, Nathan Lee. So far, these guys seem to, have interest in racing here. A lot of our new fellas have not been trolls. Usually each race we're disqualifying someone like Brandon Mackey last night got kicked for intentional wrecking, which can be justified, but unfortunately in those situations it was not really not able to be justified there because he collected another car. There's some innocent bystanders collected in that crash, in his intentional wrecking. So we really just had to get rid of him at that point. See who else we got, if there's anyone else new. Well, let's take a look at our session and see if we got any new registrations. Carson Freeman gonna be making his debut. We got Max Dinda in here as well. And those are the 2 new registrations since we last checked. So Carson Freeman gonna be racing. Excited to have Carson Freeman here. NR Night in America, veteran, young driver. Might be the youngest in the field. Brad Cmejla, meanwhile, pretty sure the oldest in the field here, the number 83. Over 50 years old for Brad Cmejla. based on our sources, the oldest of the SimStock race class through history. And he's running the Connell Legacy Racing actual paint scheme with their Connell Legacy Racing official font, as well as the SimStock sponsored car. David Pacheco on the racetrack. Matt Reek, it'll be fun to watch Matt Reek through tonight's race. Looks like all these guys are just kind of having some fun here. Dylan Slanetsky, no one's really even wrecking. Everyone's actually trying to get their bearings straight here. But we haven't really seen any new names on the racetrack or any new paint schemes. Here's Anthony Mincy. I'm going to call him Mincy. Matt Reek, Gabriel Goli. Now, there is the NASCAR Craftsman truck race on, I believe, in like 4 minutes. Or an hour and 4 minutes, one or the other. So that might also be, you know, a lot of people rather watch that for some reason than the SimStock racing from Las Vegas. Well, Matt Reek in the 16, he raced 2 career races. Both happened last Saturday night. Both also mini stock races. So here we got a pit party lining up. A couple guys trying to get lined up. Connor Doherty, Cmejla Crowley, Cannon Vaughn. And here's Carson Freeman in the number 11 tonight. Number 11 Kool-Aid mini stock for Carson Freeman. A new paint scheme right there on the racetrack. It's Levi Lipe, who we just saw for a brief moment. And here is Max Dinda in the 23 car, who's making his way, exiting the pits from Morrison, not sure what state. Either way, let's do a count here. See, with 8 minutes left to register for racing, let's see how much we got lined up here now. George Karafides is registered. Payson Lindsay is registered. Great to see Payson Lindsay making his first ever start. Jacob Carter is also in the session. Elric George also in here as well. Someone just left. We just saw a name disappear. I'm not sure who. Someone just disappeared. Alex Larson also in the session. So that's going to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27 cars lined up. Trying to see who left for a moment there, but it doesn't look like anyone did, so it might just be a visual obstruction of illusions. But either way, with this, we are going to bring up our split top 20 in this field. Cannonball, 2 minutes left to practice, and it's Cmejla Crowley or Emerson Crowley. See, I'm not fully even sure if that's his right name or not. So I don't want to just go calling him that. But either way, he's top of the board. So super interesting stuff right there. You look at the whole lineup in the pits. Here's the 28 of Elric George here. Elric George in the 28 car. Carson Freeman there in the 11. And look at this pack of cars out. We could be up to see a crazy finish here. You know, when it gets down to it. Here's George Karafides back in the number 1. And CJ Erdman, some last second registrations. So it looks like we're going to have a full field of cars tonight, which we love to see. As we bring you back, we're just checking our list there. A whole lineup in the pits. Guys just sitting on the racetrack getting ready to go. The 24 of Alex G. Larson. Just talked about him. This car just disappeared. Not sure where he ends up. Not sure where he's going to end up going. See who else we got. Here's Alex Larson once again in the 24. But plenty of new faces here. Brad Schmiel in the 83 working with the number 20 of Nathan Lee. A lot of these guys up against the wall. Dylan Slanetsky in the 21. Elric George in the 28. Levi Lipe in the 14 for Connor Murphy Racing. Connor Murphy not here, the team owner, but he's got Miles Davis in here. Oh! 5 just hit an invisible wall. Ends up going around. Some more cars getting in the session here. See Brad Schmale coming on, been on a good run of finishes collectively in iRacing recently. But a lot of new schemes, they haven't done mini stock in a while. We've been starting to recognize a lot of schemes and connect them with drivers with the street stock, so it might be a little tough. But with 5 seconds left, you still have 5 minutes to register for the session for people watching at home. And we now have 9 viewers watching. We appreciate everyone tuning in to watch some SimStock action. Practice complete. Cmejla Crowley, top of the board. Going to be fastest in practice. And with that, we will start qualifications for this race. Who's the first on the racetrack? Who's it going to be? As we wait for it to load, it's going to be Brad Cmejla, who's going to be the first qualifier here in the number 83 car. Connell Legacy Racing has not won yet in SimStock, so that's unfortunate. They finished second and third last night. Patrick Connell not able to attend that race, the team owner. And here's Patrick Connell. Who's in the number 10. Got Carson Freeman in the 11. Max Dinda in the 23. Matt Rika in the 16. Cannon Vaughn in the 5. Nathan Lee in the 20. Chase Crawl, also for Connell Legacy Racing in the 88 car. Keith Ingram in the 01. We got Anthony Mincy in the 17. Jacob Carter, a new paint scheme to look at here. Someone who just loaded up in number 66 tonight. Jacob Carter, we'll see what he's able to do. And who will be the first to set a lap on the board? And here's Cmejla Crowley, fastest in practice. We'll see if there's any speed for qualifying. Here's Caden Gulo in the 48. And Jacob Carter from Cordova, Alabama. Going to be making his SimStock debut. Here's George Karafides. Looks like some of these guys are using that outside wrap strategy here. And then on their second lap, they're going to wrap the bottom. A common strategy. There's Elric George, who was on the racetrack. Paxton Brandon trying to go 2 in a row. Connor Doherty, the first to set a time. And it's going to be a 38.54. Will he get outdueled? Chase Monzalewski to the top of the board here in the number 20. Brad Cmejla up the racetrack in the number 83. You got to be as close as you can to that white line to get as much possible time. Levi Leip in the 14. He's not even going to set a second lap, it looks like. He goes around. So I'm not sure what happened to Levi Leip. Here's Chase Crawl, goes top of the board in his first lap. Alex Larson ties him on the board, but that's going to go to the thousandths of a second right there. Alex Larson making his SimStock debut. We will hop in the voice chat. Here's Cole Trudeau in the 47. It's Nathan McLaughlin who jumps to the top of the board. Cole Trudeau in the 47 here. Going to be interesting to watch him. Here's Damon Pacheco in the 18. Chase Monzalewski remains in 4th after his second lap. Brad Cmejla up to 11th for his second lap. So probably some disappointing laps for a lot of these guys. Some of these guys really off the pace. Here's Max Dinda, who ends up going around after his qualifying. And Anthony Mincy to the top of the board. One of the drivers making his first ever start here. He's going to jump to the top of the charts in the number 17 machine. Unsponsored. And Nathan Lee, Max Dinda, a lot of our new names. Alex Larson, Gabriel Goli in the number 9, or in the number 55 in 9th place. These guys all new. Newcomers going to be highlighting our top 10. Chase Bosley's doing some barrel rolls. And here's Payson Lindsay. Forgot he was in the session. We'll see how much time he has to qualify. Only got about a minute left, so I don't know if he's going to be able to get any laps in here. But with that, we are going to have a full field of cars. Just about a full field. See if there's any last-second drivers who could jump up on the boards. Cole Trudeau, he ends up 22nd on his first lap. We'll see what he can do on his second lap. We'll see if he has time to complete Cole Trudeau's first start since Michigan on his birthday, which was Tuesday, where he ended up wrecking on the first lap. And he forgot to turn on his fast repair, so he was stuck with terminal damage in the pits and had to retire. So a tough deal for Cole that race. Elric George up to 7th. All these new names having some great lap times. Here's Miles Davis, so I really don't think we'll have time to set a lap. Jacob Carter ends up 14th, provisionally. George Karafides, Backmarker Motorsports. Teammate Cole Trudeau, also for Backmarker Motorsports. Cole Trudeau, what are the increases going to be for him? Cole jumps up to 11th, so very respectable there. Paxton Brandon, any change for his lap? Paxton jumps up to 20th, so not a whole lot of speed out of that 94. Pacheco up to 12th. How about Miles Davis, his first, I believe he's coming to his first lap right here. So Payson Lindsay ends up setting the dead last time, and he's not even on the racetrack. So looks like Lindsay realized he's not going to have enough time to make it. The question is, will Miles Davis have enough time to set a lap at least? Otherwise, he'll have to start dead last. He's through turns 3 and 4. It's a race against the clock, which we do not see on our timing. Miles Davis, will he have enough time to the checkered flag? He's going to set a lap. It's going to be good enough for 13th. And that will do it. This session is over. And with that, we will jump into... We will quickly jump into... Explain to these guys what the heck is going on. Max Dickey, Brandon Thompson, line on second on the streets. We have a full 29-car field in this one. Fun to watch. Alright, everyone, thank you for coming out tonight. After this race, we're going to have mini stocks at the Kansas Speedway. Pretty much right after this one, so turning on here in Las Vegas. But this is the SimStock iRacing hosted session series here on the MC Motorsports YouTube channel. So we appreciate we got a full field of 30, a lot of new names. So just some general procedures and policies. Under cautions, anyone can get their laps back, no matter how many laps down you are. Just make sure, as a lap car, get your laps back against the wall on the outside. We will clear black flags. Our admins will clear the black flags, including myself. The control car, a new rule, the control car must go in the restart zone. At any point in the restart zone, no intentional wrecking. You will be banned for the night if you end up intentionally wrecking, especially if you collect innocent bystanders, other cars. So make sure you avoid doing that. But yeah, just have fun, be clean, be respectful. Once again, live on the MC Motorsports YouTube channel, so all you guys can go ahead and watch back, listen to the commentary, and all that fun stuff. So we will hope for a good race. We got 30 laps, infinite overtime attempts as needed, and no intentionally lead all the way back. That will be an automatic disqualification and potential permanent SimStock ban. So we will see you guys potentially at the next one at Kansas. We hope for a good race. Good luck. Yeah, what you want? We're back in the control panel. Anthony Mincy on the pole in the number 17 car. As we load these overlays up, we're going to give him one more lap to get situated here. One more to green for SimStock Racing. It's a full 28 car field. Got some last second registrations all the way in the back. Let's see who it is. Get familiar with some new paint schemes here. We got the number 30, Brianna Thompson. Oh, we got Chase Mazelewski collecting cars under pacing. Cole Trudeau gets collected. And already some big problems in the back. Haven't even gotten the green yet. We already got cars around. George Carafiti's going to make contact with him. Chase Mazelewski wasn't having any of it. Gets into him. And all three of the backmarker motorsport cars are going to end up wrecked before the green flag. Chase Mazelewski will not get a ban as all those cars were a part of the team. But here we go. This is going to be SimStock. 30 laps of racing here. Anthony Mincy starting from the pole. What is going to happen in this race? 30 laps. on deck tonight. Anthony Mincy going to bring him to the restart zone. Here we go, mini stock, Las Vegas for race 1. Coming into the restart zone, waiting for the green light. Save, Krieger Green is out in the air. Max Dinda, trouble on the start in the number 23. Gonna stack up that entire outside lane. Already 4 wide in the back, cars making moves early. And these mini stocks are way more susceptible to being packed up than a street stock. Already we got big bumping action in the back. Already we got cars all over the place. Still 4 wide, even 5 wide, way deep in the field. The question is, are they going to be able to make it? Now they're 6 wide as they enter the corner. Jacob Carter, 4 wide with Chase Crawl. Oh, the number 11, some contact going to be made as they slide. Back up front, where it's important, Keith Ingram, who dominated last night's Charlotte race, leading 30 of the third. Oh, trouble, the 28. That's Elric George going to go in the grass. He goes back up the racetrack and is able to keep a crowd. Somehow, some way, we're able to make it 1 lap without any incidents on the racetrack. Nathan Lee in the 20 making his debut, a name we've never heard before in all our series. Up front, Anthony Mincy from first all the way to deep in the back. Connor Doherty, some contact in the back. Looks like some trouble back there. But we keep it green. We have a pack up front. Here's Nathan McLaughlin looking to the inside, and Nathaniel Lee. You got to be careful. Nathaniel Lee into the outside wall in the number 20 car. Tough break for Nathaniel Lee. Nathan McLaughlin trying to squeeze through a hole pretty early for those moves. And Nathaniel Lee is going to make some wall contact. He's going to end up going all the way to the back. Back up front, it's Keith Ingram. How about Cole Trudeau in the 47? Making and looking for some moves. Chase Crawl, kind of legacy racing driver, looking to make some moves. Max Dinda in the 23. Kind of got off to a rough start. Sounds like Carson Freeman, Damon Pacheco, and Jacob Carter all were collected in some early trouble. And already it's kind of a separated field, pack of cars. Keith Ingram in the 01, the 57 of Nathan McLaughlin. No help on the outside as Cole Trudeau looks to build a run, and you are able to pass below this white line in the trial. We see drivers under there. That's really where you're going to have to be. And you got to protect when their cars are going to be going in the grass to pass late even as well. You saw Paxton Brandon go through the grass coming to the white at Charlotte. Ended up getting into Keith Ingram right at the white flag. So already you got a couple problems throughout the back. And look at Max Dinda looking to make a move on the outside. That number 23 machine seems to have some solid speed. I do recognize that name from something. I don't know from what, but... Oh, Cole Trudeau into Chase Maslewski. Miles Davis, also some contact. I'm surprised we made it this far. First caution in our mini-stock Charlotte race happened on lap 4. Oh, and Patrick Connell is going to get into the number 11 of Jamila Crowley and turn him around. And here goes Damon Pacheco back on the racetrack. We're going to keep it green. Patrick Connell into the number 11 machine. Jamila Crowley fastest in practice. No caution. Keith Ingram hanging on to the lead. Boy, these mini stocks, they're able to form a third lane. Oh, Cole Trudeau, contact. There goes Cannon Vaughn. Back up the racetrack goes the number 5. Somehow everyone able to avoid except Patrick Connell, who's going to pile into the battle. More cars going to be collected. Up and over goes the 55. And the caution's going to wave in front of the field. Get phased right through cars. The number 28 machine. And Patrick Connell with some big suspension damage. Cars flipping. It's Gabriel Goli in the 55 going upside down to bring out the first caution here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And let's take a look at what happened because it was chaos. Trying to find a replay for you. Well, here we see it right here. Cannon Vaughn, he's going to look to the inside of Cole Trudeau. And right here, George Karafides, I think he gets pushed from Caden Gulo. That sends Cole right into him. And watch the 5. Sideways. Does he keep it off the wall? Oh, no, he hits the wall hard. That's hard contact. And right here, this is what really scared me. He's going to come back up the racetrack. That's Alex Larson in the 24. Was able to escape. Looks like some more contact up front. Now watch this. Patrick Connell chooses to go left instead of right and is going to pile right into the rear end of the 5 car, and he gets air. Up in the air goes Patrick Connell. You hate to see it. That's going to be a faster pair for him early. See, Brad Cmejla has to make his way through. Watch this right here. The number 5 right into Gabriel Goli. Look at this car. upside down for the number 55 machine. And watch this. Elric George gets some luck. He's able to use netcode to phase right through him. So Elric George should be all right. Let's take a look at this in real time for the number 55. Yeah, right there. Tough break for Patrick Connell. A quick little flip. Shoot, I don't even know, does this car have much damage after that? Will he be able to? Oh, I think that hit right there is really what's going to do. Is really what's going to do him. See if we can ride on board. See the wrecking up ahead. You hope they stay up. Unfortunately, Cannonball goes down and camera cut out there. That's how hard it was, and he gets blasted in the rear. You hate to see it for our newcomer, Gabriel Ngoli. But I think he could be all right. We'll see if he takes his fast repair. And looking back up front, see what's going on here. Let's see what happened to Payson Lindsay here. Sounds like he was collected in something. Nope, he's just going to the pits for repairs. Payson Lindsay making his first start. Let's see what happened back here. There was a big wreck back here as well. Right there, it's Cmejla Crowley who got into these cars, and this was a solid wreck back here. It went unseen. It took out a good collection of cars in the back. Oh, we got cars upside down back here. The number 18 car of Damon Pacheco. That's tough. Oh, he hits the wall at the bank. He flips him right over. That's a tough break. He ends up resetting that race car. That's tough. That's a tough break, but it's 1 to green just like that. A lot of cars already down a fast repair. But it's Nathan McLaughlin in the 57 car who is up front. And that was a solid green flag run right there before our first caution flag. Here's Payson Lindsay back on the racetrack. Down there on the inside. Anthony Mincy out of the race in the number 17. That was our, excuse me, that was our pole sitter in the number 17. He's out. Hate to see it for Anthony Mincy, but we are going to be going to the restart zone here once again. It's Nathan McLaughlin who has the lead here in the number 57 car. Going to be a tough one to beat. Coming to the restart zone. Remember, these guys have to launch in the restart zone. There is a start zone on the top of their screen to enforce that. And there we go. Green flag back in the air. This is going to allow the field to be a lot more packed up. You know, recently we've been getting too spread out on restarts for our personal liking. And that's ultimately what led to this. Let's take a look at our widespread camera here and see what exactly we got going on. Yeah, pushing in these cars, it is just unbelievably interesting with how these cars work. Down the backstretch, look at this field. These mini stocks are so fun to watch. Just fun to see the action all the way through. Here comes Cole Trudeau looking for his first SimStock win, and he's going to be looking for the lead here on Nathan McLaughlin. He's going to have help from Levi Leip, and he's going to have a big run here. He's getting shoved all over the place, though. Levi Leip, whose only SimStock win came in the mini stock cars at Texas on last Saturday night. Oh, you just see these cars and how sketchy they are. Look at Chase Crawl and Keith Ingram sideways. Cole Trudeau going to get put up the racetrack. He's going to get into Chase Crawl. There's going to be contact, and everyone hang on. Oh, right there, Cole Trudeau, Levi Leip, Caden Gulo nearly into the 23 car. We're 4 wide on the apron. They're going to have to let Levi Leip back up, or there's going to be problems. Chase Crawl loses all sorts of positions. Brianna Thompson in the 30, the biggest mover. She's up multiple positions on the race so far, and they still continue to battle. Cole Trudeau not happy with Levi Leip, and that's going to move him all the way to the inside grass. Oh, there goes Paxton Brandon. Brad Cmejla going to be collected. Around they go here in the back. And the caution's going to wave again. Patrick Connell involved. Huge problems right off the start. That's just not what we want to see. Just ridiculous stuff like that. I mean, we cannot be having that. Brad Cmejla going to get collected in this one. Paxton Brandon involved. Just a silly crash right there. It's going to bring out another caution flag. Here's Payson Lindsay in the 99. Let's see what happened here. I think Cole Trudeau just let his tempers flare, slammed Levi Leip in the grass, and just came back up. And unfortunately, numerous cars involved. See if we can get a replay of this one. A tough deal for sure. Well, it all kind of starts back here. You got Levi Leip on the inside, and Cole Trudeau just didn't appreciate that. And right here, he gets into George. He just keeps going down. slamming into him. And right here, I wonder, was there contact up the track that got him into Coulthard? Because this really, oh, right there, yeah, Coulthard, he's coming back up. And there's just his contact. I think it would have been all right otherwise. And unfortunately, Brad Cmejla, victim of circumstances, he has nowhere to go in the number 83 car. Patrick Connell just came in for a fast repair. I wonder how bad his damage is. See, Patrick, oh, hard hit for Brad Cmejla. Oh, Patrick, he's going to have a whole dented up front end. There's more contact up here. How about Elric George in the 28 with a good save? Let's see, everyone able to make it through here as the caution came out. It's just a sloppy crash, unfortunately, right there. So, unfortunately, some good cars end up taking out once again. And I don't think we're going to have anyone else out of the race yet, though. But we see who's in the pits here. A couple cars coming in for some repairs and other things. It looks like we have Brad Cmejla, who's unable to locate his pit stall. Looks like he's coming in for tires and repairs in the number 83 machine. No fast repair, though, for the number 83 car yet. Patrick Connell potentially pit for some repairs as well. Here's Matt Reek in the 16. Making his third SimStock start. Patrick in the number 10. Doesn't seem to have too much damage. Didn't look like a big hit. These things could take some pretty hard impacts and still be fine. We're going to be getting the 1 to green next time by. Nathan McLaughlin in the 57 right there. And I wonder what that wreck would have turned into if, you know, that didn't happen. Well, Levi Light, Coulthard, a little bit of beef right there on the front stretch. Going to take out cars, but really it ultimately just came to cars coming together. You see Nathan McLaughlin trying to fake some cars out entering the pits. And Max Dinda ended up going to hit the commitment line, but I'm not sure if that's going to matter at all. But getting the 1 to green this time by right here, and Connor Doherty still in the pits. Brad Cmejla has left the pits, so still just 2 drivers out of the race for now. Things are going to get real chaotic here still late here in the going. It'll be a 20-minute practice. It'll be a 50-minute practice, correction, and a 5-minute qualifying session, giving drivers 20 minutes to register for Kansas. So expecting a smaller field for that one. Due to the fact that we're cutting off 50 minutes of registration time, we got to get the night going and through. Down the backstretch, the pace car goes with the field. Max Dinda in the 23 car. It could be Dinda. It could be Dinda. I don't know. I feel like Dinda makes more sense. Shoot. Are we saying around? Let's check out our YouTube chat. We have not been looking at that. See how much people are watching. See what the chat has to say. Coming to the green flag, it's Nathan McLaughlin. And no one has said anything yet, but we do have 13 watches, so we appreciate it, guys. If you're watching and wanting to race the next one, no password, no requirements. Just have to own the content. It'll be up. Mini Stocks at Kansas, a free car, but a paid track. Gonna be coming up next. Gonna be heading to the restart zone. Nathan McLaughlin gonna get him going once again. Green flag back in the air. The outside gonna stack up big. You see Carson Freeman and Jacob Carter in the 66 making a move to the outside. Back up front with Nathan McLaughlin. And they are already fanning out 3 wide. Those 2 who ended up taking advantage of that big stack up there. I'm not sure if you can really make the 3rd lane work here in the corners, though. It might be a challenge. Nathan McLaughlin into turn. He's got a huge lead. Entering the corner, Max Dinda looking behind. See Coulthard still 3 wide right here. These guys got to give space. That's Cannon Vaughn, who was collected in the first caution, who's already back up to 4th place. And making a move on his good bud, Miles Davis. Yeah, the lighting here a little messed up on the front stretch due to the new update. And look at Max Dinda looking to make a move to the inside, and Nathan McLaughlin back up front. But the window of opportunity ended up closing, and now the 23 sideways on Miles Davis. Cannon Vaughn looking to the inside. Oh, the 23 gonna go around. Cannon Vaughn, everyone, can they save it? Here comes Carson Freeman back in the mix. Dylan Slanetsky in the 21 has to avoid. Levi Light in the 14. Here comes Caden Goulart back up the racetrack. Chase Monzalewski has to scramble to avoid. Payson Lindsay up the racetrack into Elric George. All sorts of chaos here at the front of the pack. This is more the middle of the pack looking at it now. Nathan Lee up big positions. Brianna Thompson, Nathan Lee all the way in the top 5. He was way back there on the restart. A lot of guys making moves due to all that chaos. And now it's Nathan McLaughlin up front. Oh, we got some cars making contact. It's Levi Lipe and Cole Trudeau who are still going at it back here. If this continues, we're just going to have to kick both of them. And this is really going to cause problems. This is going to stack the whole pack up. We got a whole field up ahead. Oh, trouble. Nathan Lee sideways up at the front of the field. Jamila Crowley also was getting sideways as well. Kaden Goulevac, just look at this pure chaos. Exiting turn 4. Oh, Dylan Slenetsky, Chase Kroll, Gabriel Goli going to go around. It's a huge crash at the front of the field. Cars up in the air. The 23 car, Max Tinda, upside down. You see Brad Cmejla escaping through the grass. Patrick Connell's race is over. He piles into the crash, has engine damage, and I believe he already used a fast repair. That could end this race for him. Yep, no turn in that number 10 machine. He's into the 55. Not sure if out of frustration or what. One of the biggest, if not the biggest, SimStock crash yet. Chase Kroll appears to have gotten into the 21, but when you're that close together, you just know something is going to happen. Let's see if we can take a look at what happened here. This was big. All right here we got our coverage of it. Let's see what happened. So they're going to be 3 wide right here. You see Chase making some big moves. The 21. Yeah, looks like Chase gets into the 21 right there. Ends up turning him around. Really got nowhere to go at that point. But when you're that close, it's just super hard to stay off of him. And Gabriel Goli, who I might have taken a fast repair already. He was upside down earlier. Ends up getting turned in the wall. You hate to see it. But watch these impacts right here. This got pretty nasty real quick. Look at the outside. A plethora of cars up in the air. The 23 goes tumbling through the grass. They wreck on the top. Numerous cars with heavy damage. Multiple barrel rolls for the 23. Side over side, end over end. Looks like the 55 is the one who blew the engine, not Patrick Connell. Let's see what happened here to Patrick Connell. See, he's already slowed down. Looks like some connection issues with our overlays here. Yeah, that was a pretty big hit. Took a lot of our server. He's coming through. And right there, the 55. He just plows right into him. I don't know. It seemed like the 55 was holding his line. Patrick Connell just kind of arca brakes the slow cars. And unfortunately, could be the end of Patrick Connell's hopes at a win. All speed going to be taken out of that race car. Let's see if we can go inside and see what happened. See if we can see anything else here. He's coming. He's coming. Oh, yeah, the 55, maybe we might have been wrong. You see, he's actually coming down the racetrack. So he was not already there. He was just kind of coming down, and he does turn back up. We apologize. Completely bad analysis of that. It looks like the 55 just was trying to recover from the spin, and no clue Patrick Connell was coming. And right there, it's a hard impact for Patrick Connell. See if we can ride on board with anyone. Here's Brad Cmejla. Let's see his perspectives. What a smart move here to go to the inside. He sees all this, and he just goes all the way down low. He almost got clipped by the 55. We got more cars spinning up here. We had a whole separate crash with Paxton Brandon. See what happened here. Oh, the Payson Lindsay, Caden Gould on the grass. Oh, the 28 of, I believe that's George. Oh, and Chase Montzaluski nearly. Oh, the 28 ends up in the barriers right there. Just a hard crash. Multiple cars collected. And Nathan McLaughlin is going to be back in position. Let's see what happened to Cole Trudeau, because he's in the pits. I'm not sure if there's damage. Looks like he's pitting for some repairs. And it's 1 degree now. Not sure if Patrick Connell is going to be out of the race at this point, but either way, yeah, it looks like he just came through and cars were still recovering from the crash. But Nathan McLaughlin, who's been the dominating car in this race, is still going to lead. This for what will be a 9-lap shootout. iRACING removed the 1 to green command, so we actually just can't. We would like to speed these cautions up, but unfortunately, there's no option to. See who else we got. Multiple new players. How about Brianna Thompson in the 30 car? Not sure if this is an actual female racer or if this is just some kid on his mom under his mom's credit card iRACING name when they bought a subscription, haven't changed it to their real name. We got Levi Light making some contact. There's Cole Trudeau. He's a little late. He's not going to be able to catch up in time. Here's Alex Larson in the 24 back here. I mean, all sorts of chaos. Max Dinda with a fast repair. We'll see what he's able to do. Otherwise, not. Looks like goalie's out of the race as well. He's got to be out of the race at this point. 2 fast pairs used. A tough break for goalie, and he is out of the race. Alec George also still in the pits. Patrick Connell also out of the race. Through the restart zone goes Nathan McLaughlin. Going to be 9 laps to go at Las Vegas. Going to get real aggressive now. Nathan McLaughlin through the restart zone. Jacob Carter in the 66, struggling to get it going on the inside. That's going to stack them all up. When we were at Charlotte a week ago, we saw big stack-up problems on a late restart. Nathan McLaughlin through turn 1. Can any of these guys try to do anything to get around him? Looks like that's Damon Pacheco, who was upside down earlier in the race. Oh, Brad Cmejla, Chase Kroll, teammates back there, making some contact on the inside. Brad Cmejla struggling to get some track position back there, as well as Chase Kroll, guys who just were collected in problems. Brianna Thompson up the racetrack, and it's a 5-car breakaway. Keith Ingram to the inside, looking for the lead. Nathan McLaughlin not able to protect it, and finally we have a new leader, and it's Keith Ingram. Looking for redemption from last night. He's got Miles Davis. These two have history from Texas Saturday night. How about Brianna Thompson in the 30? Another driver making their debut in the number 30 machine. Jacob Carter, another debut racer. It's now a 5-car pack. Will this go green to the end? Cannon Vaughn, a big move to the inside in front of Jamila Crowley. Jamila Crowley's been through a lot this race. And how about Nathan McLaughlin? Big time speed. He's able to get a huge push from Nathaniel Lee and take the lead in the number 57. He has a chance to clear on the bottom. But Nathan McLaughlin is going to choose over Nathan Lee to stay in front with that help. That's a smart move. He's got the extra help, and he's got Miles Davis hopping up on that train up on the outside. Cole Trudeau sits dead last. Is going to need a caution to get back in contention. Nathan McLaughlin in the 57 car now with the lead. A fast car to be able to pull away from Keith Ingram like he is. Oh, trouble in the back. It's the 23 of Max Dinda. More cars. Oh, Chase Kroll in the 17 of Connor Doherty. Back up into Brad Cmejla. Problems in the back. It's going to be a wreck in the back. We're going to keep it green for now. Back up front with Keith Ingram. And we got a pack of cars at the front of the field. Keith Ingram still at the front of the field here with 6 laps to go. Getting down to it here. The more wrecks we have in the back, the more likelihood that of any spin being a caution up front. Keith Ingram now. Where did Nathan McLaughlin go? Wow, we were focusing on that. There was some trouble for the 57 car. We're hearing that he got shoved out of the way in the corner or on the straightaway. Ends up losing all his track position. Levi Leip already a winner. Look at Cannon Vaughn looking to the inside of Keith Ingram. Drivers desperate for wins. Nathan Lee through the middle of Brianna Thompson and Cannon Vaughn. Keith Ingram down the block on the 5 car. Getting aggressive. You see Levi Leip sideways. They're going to be going 4 wide back here. Chase Monzalewski in the battle. Ends up into the door of Jamila Crowley and Brianna Thompson right in front of Caden Gould, able to clear. And it's driver making his debut, Nathan Lee in the number 20, who takes the lead and clears both lanes. Oh, Keith Ingram not going to get help from Cannon Vaughn this time. Driver's aggressive for track position. Miles Davis nearly turns the 20 car around. A big block for the 20 right there. How will Miles Davis appreciate that? To the inside goes Miles. He's looking for a move. He's got a chance to cut to the inside, or he chooses to stay behind that 20 car, try to pull away from the pack. Stay formed up. 4 laps to go here. Does this run to the end of the race? Does it stay green? Will we make it to that white flag to make this race official? The number 20 car, Nathan Lee. Oh, trouble! Chase Monzalewski around in front of the field. And it's going to bring out the caution flag. Chase Monzalewski going to send us into SimStock overtime around right in front of the pack. It was a single car spin, but we did have that trouble in the back as well as a couple other incidents. Plus, we got multiple cars off the pace. Looking for a new opportunity here in overtime. Chase Monzalewski ends up going around. Let's see if we can find what happened. It's going to be last night's winner, Paxton Brandon, who gets into him. And right here, yeah, Chase just doesn't really give room at that point. I mean, when they're there, you just got to give them that room. That's the moves you got to make to win races, to get track position. You got to cut underneath that line. Chase Monzalewski I mean, obviously, you don't want to give up positions like that, but, you know, if you get moved up the racetrack like that, you sometimes just got to give up. You see right here, he just goes all the way down, gives no space for Paxton, and here he overcorrects it. Hard contact for Jacob Carter in the 66 car. Chase Mazalewski, it is a single car spin, but it was right in front of the field. Once again, a lot of cars around in the back, looking to get everyone back collected up front. Speaking of back collected up front, let's see what happened to Brad Cmejla and company back here. So it looks like Chase Kroll pushes the 17 and then finishes off the 17. Yeah, Chase Kroll kind of been causing plenty of problems tonight. And unfortunately, the Connor Doherty machine back up the racetrack. Contact with Carson Freeman, Brad Cmejla. Just innocent bystanders in this one. See Damon Pacheco in the wall as well. But it looks like Chase Kroll is now out of the race. How was he out here? He had a perfectly clean race car. Wonder if he just disconnected. Cole Trudeau, it also says he's out of the race. What happened to him? We're hearing Cole Trudeau potentially got disqualified, and that's our fault. We were unable to clear black flags, and he's now back on the racetrack, so that's just a tough break. Our fault here in the admin control booth. Chase Kroll, it might have happened to him as well. So that is just an unfortunate situation. Cole Trudeau now going to be plenty of laps down. You hate it for Cole. You hate it for everyone involved. I think Chase Kroll had the same thing happen for him, unfortunately. You hate to see that, but it is going to be. And Nathan McLaughlin, we talked about him. And now he was dominating this race. He's now finds himself back in the 9th place position. So well out of contention, well out of a chance. Well, we say that, but anything can happen with these mini stock cars. The field getting lined up. So a tough deal of situations there. But it is time for a 2-lap shootout. Here we go. This to decide the Las Vegas SimStock race. Coming through the restart zone, it's going to be Nathaniel Lee looking for his first win. He launches at the right time, and the green is back in the air for a 2-lap shootout. Got a car around in the back. Looks like potentially got a car around spinning. It sounds like it was Brad Cmejla who goes around in the back. It is. Got turned right off the restart. A tough break for him. Back up front. Oh, we got the 24 car around in front of the field. Wreck in the back, though. We're going to keep the race green. Into turns 3 and 4. Oh, trouble. Here around goes the number 30 car. That's Brianna Thompson. And the caution is going to wave. Nathan McLaughlin collected. More cars involved. And it looks like Brianna, everyone was able to corral it. But we had all sorts of chaos going on in the back. Multiple incidents late. And Brianna Thompson not happy with Nathan McLaughlin. Beef in the pits. Got beef in the pits. Cars going around and things are getting out of sorts. See what the heck happened here. All right, we're back for a replay. Let's see what happened to Brad Cmejla right off the start. Gonna get just dumped by Chase Mazalewski, not sure why. Might have been some beef earlier, might have been some contact. But that sends him around. And then back up front, here goes Nathan McLaughlin making aggressive moves on the inside. But it was back here that spun the 24 around. Oh, it was Cannon Vaughn right in the front of the field. Around the 24 of Alex Larson is nowhere to go. And that wasn't the end of the wrecking. The 57 of Nathan McLaughlin. Looks like Brianna Thompson just ends up kind of clearing herself there. Somehow everyone able to avoid, I think, that netco there. Oh, right here, Nathan McLaughlin. Well, he ends up coming down into Paxton Brandon, gets sent in the wall. He's going to have to use his fast. Just a tough break for Nathan McLaughlin here late. Then there was all sorts of beef and problems that continue to persist on the racetrack. And that's going to make it our double overtime attempt. Nathan Lee still up front here. Cole Trudeau might be able to get back on the lead lap. I believe he is back on the lead lap now. So Cole Trudeau going to be able to hang on and get back on the lead lap. And let's see if we can get our top 20 to not scroll anymore there so we can just see. Yep, sounds like we just forgot to clear Chase Crawl's black flags as well. And Patrick Connell decided to leave the session. He is our dedicated race admin, so that's just a tough deal right there. And looks like it's going to be already coming to the restart zone. It looks like just like that, it's time once again. It looks like the 1 to green command never left. Here we go, back for the green flag. Nathaniel Lee through the restart zone. I don't think he really got going there. Keith Ingram, it was at the end of the restart zone. Can Keith Ingram clear in time? 2 laps to go. Keith Ingram going to get to the inside. 2 laps remain here in this one. Will we make it back to the white flag to make this race official? Keith Ingram with the lead with 2 laps to go. There's Matt Reek looking for an opportunity in the outside in the number 16 car. Oh, we got him around in the back. A car spins to the inside. It's Carson Freeman. More problems in the back. Car spinning. Paxton Brandon into the outside wall. Back up front. Coming to the white flag this time for Keith Ingram. Here comes the 20 to the bottom. We're going to make it to the white flag. 1 lap to go. Keith Ingram and company. 3 wide. Here comes Levi Leip looking for his 2nd career win. He gets into Keith Ingram. Ingram back up the racetrack. Leip looking to the inside. Ingram has to give up that space. Then now Miles Davis looking through the middle. Jacob Carter on the inside looking for an opportunity as well. They're wrecking in the back. Golo Masalewski, the whole field going to be making contact. And Levi Leip, can he hold off Keith Ingram and the other oncoming cars? Coming to the checkered flag, Keith Ingram, he has a run, brings it all the way down. Contact is going to be made at the start-finish line. It's going to be... Oh, who wins? Jacob Carter, no, that's Payson Lindsay. We mix the numbers up. Payson Lindsay, victorious at the line in an incredible finish. Man, I've been calling that car on the whole race, I think. That's Payson Lindsay, not Jacob Carter. Carter's all the way in the back. We apologize. Payson Lindsay, victorious in SimStock. Unbelievable finish. The whole field goes flying apart. Oh, they're teammates. That's why they got the matching numbers. I don't know what team it is, but Payson Lindsay, who started all the way in the back, is going to win this race in one of the wildest last laps in series history. Oh, my goodness. A lot to uncover. Unbelievable. I feel bad I got those numbers mixed up. Payson Lindsay burns it down in Las Vegas. What a finish. What a finish. Payson Lindsay wins. Levi Leip and Keith Ingram get together. Ingram just got turned at the last second. It was chaos. Nathan Lee nearly gets the job done. Another photo finish at the line. Let's unpack what happened. Wow, this guy started 7th on that restart, was able to make something happen. Let's see what all went down. They made contact in the back. And then up here is what things got real crazy right there. You see that push and Levi Leip gets to the inside right here of Keith Ingram. What a move that was. I mean, that was just Barely enough space. Miles Davis, teammates with Levi Light, was almost looking like Levi Light was going to have another runaway finish. There's Chase Monteluski in the wall. And right there, Nathaniel Lee. Oh, he makes a super aggressive block, just destroys Miles Davis. Oh, that's Jacob Carter. Okay, so it's not like I was totally wrong. Carter, oh, yeah, I can't even blame him for being wrong. Carter was up front the whole time. He was actually the car in position. Hard hits in the back and another tough break for Matt Reek. And then this is when things got real out of control. Keith Ingram. Payson Lindsay, there's the winner in third. Nathan McLaughlin ends up moving him up the racetrack. And Levi makes an aggressive block right there. He's going to spin. Then Keith Ingram, he's trying to hold anyone off. Oh, he tries to get Payson Lindsay. Then he goes down trying to get McLaughlin. And he just clears himself on McLaughlin. He just takes out McLaughlin. And then Payson Lindsay finishes him off. And that was the finish at the line. How about that? What a finish, and what a finish indeed. We will talk to our race winner. Got plenty of cars. Take a look at our YouTube there. See what the chat was thinking of that one. We had 17 watching the finish. See if we can talk to Payson here. Had some new fellas join in to the Discord server. See if we could talk to Payson here. Take a look at that photo finish. Just started a call with him. We'll see if he ends up joining. But it was just pure chaos. Gonna save that replay for photographs later. And we're gonna get the next session made here. Look at that. Oh, Nathaniel Lee almost had it. It was just chaos. How about Max Stinda getting a top 5 out of that? Nathan McLaughlin almost was able to hang on to that race car. See what happened here. You see right there, right at the line, Payson Lindsay with the win. And it looks like we are not going to be able to hear from our winner. So that means we're going to start the next session up. I mean, what a finish. What a race. It was chaos all the way through. Here tonight. And with that, we will be starting the process of our next session being made. All right, what a race. I mean, what a race it was indeed. And let's make this next session here. Give us a couple minutes. See, this one we're going to have a 15-minute practice. A 5-minute qualifying, another 30-lap race. Got the mini stock car. I wonder if there's a setup for this one. There is not. We will run the Charlotte setup once again. Track, this time we go to Kansas. Gonna allow 30 drivers maximum to race. Got all the situations getting ready here. It'll be another night race with clear skies. Everything else looking good. We're ready to launch this one up. All right. Mini Stock Kansas going up. Race number 2. Anyone can join. Anyone can race. Race number 2 session going to be loading up here shortly. Looks like we hit 19 viewers at one point. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Got Chase Mazalewski's father in the chat. Nathan Lee, man, appreciate you a lot, brother. Super fun to have you racing with us. We hope to see you again. The Discord link is in the description if you would like to join our Discord and read the full rule package and stuff. Almost picked up that win for Nathan Lee. Really appreciate you coming over and looking at the stream. And we're hearing that we might be able to talk to Pace and Lindsay. All right, Pace and Lindsay. What a finish. Came from 7th or 9th, something like that on that last restart. And you are able to get your first SimStock win in your first SimStock start. Describe how you feel.
Fully down and prayed that we won, and we somehow did it.
All right, Pace and Lindsay, we got mini stocks at Kansas is up. The session is up right now, so we will see if you're going to do it, if you could back it up. But thanks for coming out tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, that sucks. I freaking didn't even record his interview, so we apologize for that. But basically, he said how he had no clue what happened right there. All of a sudden, I mean, all of a sudden, he is up there for the race. That's just unfortunate. I mean, the fact that we missed an interview like that, that's just bad. But once again, we're still brand new broadcast. Let's see here. Pace and Lindsay would like us, we'll make up for here. We'd like to shout out Coca-Cola, Freeway Insurance, Jockeys, Simon's, Wendy's, Tootsie's, Mission, Comscope, Worldwide Express, Choice Hotels, Shell Lubricants, Red Bull, Sunoco, Zippy Paws, Quaker State, Goya Foods, Trafford Stafford, Pristine Auction, Mad Tools, Telmex, Bell, Alpine Stars, Nutanix, The Fresh Monkey, Tic Tac, Aerial Recovery. Oh, I was gonna freaking call him again here, and let's see if we can make things right. Well, Payson, I got some sad news. Unfortunately, I actually never recorded your stream or your interview for the stream to hear, so let's just run it back here. So, describe how you were able to win that race.
Honestly, I don't even really know what happened. We were like 26th with 5 laps to go. We got that lucky caution after avoiding the big one, and we were like 29th like the entire race. Got our way up to the top 10, and then they just had the big wreck on the final lap, and we held the gas pedal wide open and prayed that it happened. Or prayed that we won. So I don't know how we pulled it off, but thanks to all the guys in the garage that helped set this car up. We'll try and be there for Kansas.
Now, do you got any other sponsors? Anyone else you want to shout out?
Oh yeah, I'd like to shout out Coca-Cola, Freeway Insurance, Jockey, Wendy's, and all the other guys that helped me on this 99 crew.
All right. We hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye. All right, yeah, unfortunate there that we completely just forgot there to, do our job properly up here. Never recorded his interview, sadly. I canceled the trailer audio. But yeah, fellas, I will be right back. We're going to be loading in. I will be right back. We will get back to the Kansas practice racing action. We will be right back. My voice, dead. That is how you describe it. After calling that finish. It was just like our Charlotte finish that we had on Saturday night. But I mean, at that point, you could only scream from the top of your lungs at that point with a finish like that. This race is sponsored, as you see on the side, by our Patrick Connell companies. Patrick Connell covering the cost for this race session, so we appreciate that. And just take a look, we got the newly scanned Kansas Speedway, so it'll be interesting to watch. But man, what a finish. I mean, Nathan McLaughlin just came for a fast repair. Nathan McLaughlin came in for a fast repair right before that restart. Was able to almost win that, which was pretty incredible. But either way, let's see if we can see who's loading in here to the session. It's a small field. The session is open and it's available for all. Only 12 minutes to join back in. Looks like a smaller field, as we kind of were anticipating here. Let's see who we got loaded in here. We got Brad Cmejla, Chase Monzalewski, Chase Willis, Cole Trudeau, George Karafides, Jackson Cottingham, Keith Ingram, Matt Reek, Nathan McLaughlin, Patrick Connell, and Paxton Brandon. Making up an 11-car field for this one. Here's George Karafides on the racetrack. There's Chase Willis making his debut here in this one. Didn't give a lot of practice time for people to join. Now Nathan McLaughlin switches his number to the number 3 for this race, so a new look. Brad Cmejla going to be back in the number 83 car. Best viewing experience. Just making sure we're kind of zoomed in and out right, but as you see, Kansas, as you did see for a little moment, for a little bit there. Brand new, back here to the footage. 10 minutes left for people to register, so still an opportunity to get some cars, but right now it's still an 11-car field here at Kansas. So it looks like just really SimStock regulars are going to be racing here. You see Cole Trudeau, we got the number 9 of Chase Monzalewski, and another new scheme, Keith Ingram, back in the 01. He's been in position every race, gets screwed out of it somehow. Chase Willis, George Karafides, Paxton Brandon is back in the 94. He had a tough one. Matt Reek had a tough one last race as well. But all these guys are looking to see what they can do. We see Jackson Cottingham. He's also back in the number 7 car. Chase Willis once again making his debut. But a good couple drivers here loading into the session here for race 2 on the night. So we will see if there's any other new names. No one else new has joined, so it looks like we might just be stuck with a smaller field of 11 cars. South Boston, we will only be letting 20 cars in the race, so people will have to be quick to register for that one. Well, there's Paxton Brandon in the 94 car. Gotta wonder what he's got tonight. Las Vegas, a tough one for him. we'll just have to see what he's going to be able to do this time around. Good couple cars working together. You got Matt Reek. It's really just a field of regulars. All names we are familiar with. So we'll see if anyone else joins in. Payson Lindsay. Looks like might not be trying for back-to-back. See Jackson Cottingham in the 7 car. But really just the same field of drivers here. Chase Willis in the 44. Got Chase Modzalewski. And 8 minutes left for people to register for the race. Looks like none of the Connor Murphy Racing guys are going to be in this one. None of the lightning fast esports guys. That sounds like Levi led Culture though. A couple guys ended up getting black flagged at the end of that race at Las Vegas. Some of those guys are going to have to get remastered results. See a car upside down. Hard wreck here. Here's Patrick Connell. He's loaded in. Had his worst finish. Let's see if we got anyone else loading in here. Looks like we got Billy Rickett in the session and John Colmorgan. So a couple new names are loaded in here at the last second. Billy Rickett, Asphalt Media driver, making his debut. And then we got John Colmorgan, also a brand new name, making his first start. This will be another 30-lap race here. And it should go by pretty fast if we don't have a lot of cars. It means we'll probably have a lot of green flag racing. See here, we got Paxton Brandon. Won 2 races ago. But it's a good opportunity for some of these cars. Here's John Colmorgan in the number 12. But again, it's a good opportunity for these cars to be able to, you know, with not a packed field, a less competitive field, good opportunity for these guys to get some wins, you know. So we will see if we get some new underdog winners, like Jackson Cottingham, a big underdog. John Colmorgan, a brand new name. We'll see what he can do. Brad Cmejla looking for his first series win, trying to get Kana Legacy Racing their first win as well. But one thing to keep in mind, the truck race, I believe, just started. So that could be a big factor of why there's not a lot of cars in this race. We kind of forgot about those elements. But it's Paxton Brandon in the 94. Nathan McLaughlin back in the 3. 20 seconds left in practice. Guys, cars will still be able to register for the session during the 5-minute qualifying. So that is also an option. We do have 11 watching, so for our new viewers, if you're looking to race, hurry up. We got 5 minutes left to register. Search SimStock in hosted sessions with no space. And you can join in. No password, no requirements for safety rating and iRating. Anyone can join in to the session. This race sponsored by Patrick Connell. Why we got the logos on the side. Happy for some sponsorship. All these next races are covered. Our South Boston race covered by George Karafides. And with that, it is now time for qualifying to get underway. Let's see who's the first one on the track. It's going to be Chase Modzalewski in the number 9 car from Middlesex County, New Jersey. Here, well, looks to still be a 13-car field or so. Let's see if anyone else has joined in. Well, Jacob Malone is here. How about that? Jacob Malone. Asphalt Media, 3rd winningest all-time with 49 Asphalt Media wins. He is going to be making his SimStock debut, and it's going to be a tough one to beat. Nathan Nickel is also in the session as well. So it is going to be interesting to see what these guys have. So it looks like maybe a 15-car field at least here now. So great to see more drivers registering in last second. Here's Brad Cmejla. for his first of 2 qualifying laps here. Paxton Brandon in the 94. Here's Jacob Malone from Tampa, Florida. Going to be driving the number 31 Lowe's mini stock cars. Chase Willis making his debut. Believe it's the most asphalt media starts of any driver. Making his first of hopefully many SimStock starts. Cole Trudeau in the 47. George Carafides in the 1. Keith Ingram in the 01. Got John Colmorgan in the number 12. Billy Rickett. Here's Billy Rickett in the 24 car. Let's see what we see for him. Yep, running the 24 machine. Jackson Connie up in the 7. If there's any new other names, see Matt Reek there in the 16 for a brief moment. Here's the 15 of Nathan Nickel from Cincinnati, Ohio. He's got a profile picture. That's cool. We'll see what he can do. I noticed Patrick Connell not on the racetrack yet for qualifying. Chris Walsh has joined the session as well. Back to it here. Brad Cmejla ends up 6th place. Keith Ingram top of the board. Cole Trudeau up to 2nd. So some good laps for some of these guys. Here's Nathan Nickel in the 15 car. Really probably about 2 minutes left to qualify. Nathan Nickel. His first lap, what's it going to be good for? Going to be 12th place on the first charts. Billy Rickett's actually going to be 13th. See Nathan Nickel trying to wrap the inside here to the best he can, trying to keep that speed. So Nathan Nickel in the number 15 car. It's going to be interesting to watch. A new face once again. We'll see if he's able to get a better lap. And here's Patrick Connell now on the racetrack. 2-time Asphalt Media winner. Looks like here going to be starting his first of 2 laps, but I wonder if he's going to be able to finish them all in time. Here's Jacob Malone in the 31. We'll see what he's able to have happen in this one. And he's coming to his, looks like here, what will be his 2nd lap. Maybe that was his out lap. He never even got a time, so I think that was his out lap right there. Here's Nathan Nickel. He does end up moving up a spot on the timing boards. Patrick Connell wrapping the inside. Here comes Billy Rickett. For his final lap, it's going to end up being, looks like no gain for Billy Rickett. Patrick Connell going to be up to 9th. Matt Reek in the pits is going to be 11th. But it's just a solid little field of cars, so this should be a fun one to watch. It's like probably not going to be enough time. And here's Austin S. Hill. Oh boy, we got a stacked field of some great drivers. Jacob Malone, Nathan McLaughlin, Austin S. Hill. Austin S. Hill, Asphalt Media, 2-time winner. I mean, this guy's beaten me before at Asphalt Media on a 1v1 with the street stocks at Kansas. Way back. I mean, we're talking, shoot, I don't even know how long ago that was. That was a long time ago. Can't remember the month, but I know I lost to him. Smart racer. He's got thousands of iRACING points. So we'll see if he's able to set a lap time. He does, and he's going to jump up to 2nd on the board. Already showing the talent and capabilities that he has. With that, we are going to hop quickly into the voice chat. The whole collection of the Austin. SimStock racing action from Kansas. We just finished up a Las Vegas race. This race is going to be streamed live on MC Motorsports YouTube channel. So we just look for black flags and starts with the stuff. Racing on the bottom of the racetrack. The leader wants to go in the restart zone. clean. Let's have a good race once again. We do have this stream live on the MC Motorsports YouTube channel, so you can watch back on the podcast. So good luck and have some fun. And we are back, and look at this. All of a sudden, at the last second, we have a full field of cars almost. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 23 cars, just like that. It's a pretty good field. Keith Ingram starting first. We got Austin S. Hill starting second. We got Cole Trudeau starting third. We got Nathan McLaughlin starting fourth. Chase Willis starting sixth. You see back here a stack up on the start. Some cars not going already. Maybe some early damage for a couple of these cars in the back. George Carafiti's in the race. Here's John Colmorgan in the 12. Brad Cmejla in the 83. We got Matt Reek in the 16. Patrick Connell in the 10. Jackson Cottingham in the 7. Here's Garrett Pick in the number 17 car, or the number 44. So we got a couple 44s in the race here. Chase Willis, another one in the 44. Here's Matthew Warholic in the 21. So all of a sudden we got a lot of new people. Here's Sean English in the 960 car. Also going to be racing here. Chris Walsh. Brian Troyer. I mean, these are all guys who didn't even have time to qualify. They all came in at the last second. And Corey Rayner. So a brand new group of drivers here. And it's already 1 to green. We're already going to get the restart and the green flag underway. It's going to be Keith Ingram here with Austin S. Hill. That is not the real-life Austin Hill, to make that clear. That is not Austin Hill from NASCAR Xfinity Series. But here we go. Coming to the green flag from Kansas. Green flag is in the air. Keith Ingram through the Geico restart zone. Going to get him underway. Nathan McLaughlin already to the inside. It's Jacob Malone back there in the 31. He's going to block. Jacob Malone potentially having some connection problems. Keith Ingram in the 01 machine. Cole Trudeau closely behind. Already lap 1. How aggressive are these guys going to be? Austin Hill has no help on the outside. Nathan McLaughlin, a cutting move to the inside. Down the back straightaway they go. Austin Hill going to push Cole Trudeau. Keith Ingram with the lead. He's still, I don't even know if he finished in the top 10 last race without the, oh, we got trouble in the back. Paxton Brandon, couple cars around. The 15 car collected. That is going to be, I believe that's Nathan Nickel. Paxton Brandon and the number 24, Billy Rickett, going to be involved. We're going to keep this one green. We still have a fresh pack of cars. It was a wreck that happened way in the back of the field. Oh, and up the racetrack on the transition. Here we got Brad Cmejla sideways. Matthew Reek making a move to the inside. And Patrick Connell and the Brad Cmejla teammates right there. Patrick Connell, the team owner. You see now they're going forward. Oh, trouble. George Carafiti's going to get put on the wall. Back down the racetrack. We got one up and over. It's the 23 Rayner who just came into the session, and he's going to take a huge tumble. Back up the racetrack. He's going to go, and it's going to be our first caution of the race here at Kansas. Oh! And on top of the one of George Carafiti's. Interesting pictures here in SimStock. Stuck on top. Is he going to be able to flip that 23 back over? No, the 23 will have to tow that race car. Here's Garrett Pick, who was involved in that one. So let's see what happened. There was all sorts of chaos that ensued here. It's kind of interesting. You'd think this would be a little cleaner than our previous race. But let's find a replay of everything that happened from the start. Here's the 15 of, and it looks like Paxton Brandon gets into Billy Rickett right there. 3 wide, yeah, he just kind of gets into the 24 car. The 15 is going to have to use a faster pair. That's Nathan Miller this early. It's really unfortunate. Troy Burke making his second start there in the 22, making his way by. And then things got real kind of wonky up here. The teammates here, the 83 and the 10. Notice they're running the same number file. Oh, Brad Cmejla all the way on the apron. Patrick Connell nowhere to go. Watch Matt Reek. Whoa, threading the needle. And then what happened here? George Carafiti's, it was back here. They end up going 4 wide. Patrick Connell on the inside. And right there, it's Sean English who gets into Garrett Pick. And really nowhere to go. It was just a racing deal back here. And watch this. George Carafiti's down the racetrack right in to the number 23 of Corey Rayner. He goes upside down on top of Warhawk in the 21 car. And the 23 takes a ginormous slide on his roof. Does he get back on all fours? Well, he does not. And all hope is lost until George Karafides just piles right into him. Tries to flip him back, and it still didn't work. So for the 23, unfortunate luck, he's going to end up towing the race car. Oh, at least we think so. Oh, wow, he ended up getting some help. And that's from Troy Burke. This is some bold. I mean, that's just, you got to sacrifice your race there to help a fellow out. These guys all might be friends coming in here. The 22 ends up saving the 23 from a tow, sacrificing his own race car. He ends up pitting for a fast repair. So interesting stuff going on all throughout the field right now. Back up front, Austin Hill was able to get the lead, really warming them tires up. It's Austin S. Hill in the 19 with the race lead here. There's Keith Ingram. Cole Trudeau running third. Jacob Malone running fourth. I mean, these are some heavy hitters, some big names right here that are in this race. See who else we got. Troy Burke. And we got Billy Rickett, Paxton Brandon, those cars involved in that first crash. George Karafides down to fast repair. Pretty much all these fellas down to fast repair really early in the race. Garrett Pick in the 44. Trying to make something out of nothing here, but we thought this would be a relatively cleaner race, but it has really not been the case here. See Austin S. Hill in the 19. Really fun to do in the mini stocks. Just goes all the way side to side like that. I mean, this is the car control this guy has. I've raced with him plenty of times, and he knows how to really control these race cars, able to save these cars really well. It's going to be tough to beat when you got guys that dialed in. But it's going to be coming to the restart zone once again here. Austin Hill in the 19 coming to the green flag for the first restart of the race. Back underway. Green flag back in the air at Kansas. You see Nathan McLaughlin to the inside of Chase Willis. No harm, no foul. It was a well-timed start. You see Cole Trudeau going to get into Jacob Malone. I mean, McLaughlin's going to get back up the racetrack by Chase Willis. Into turn 1, 25 laps to go at Kansas. Austin Hill with the lead. Cole Trudeau running up front. He kind of got robbed at Las Vegas. He got disqualified because we didn't clear his black flag. That's just a tough deal and completely our fault. Oh, big block being thrown from Austin Hill and Keith Ingram. And Cole Trudeau going to get into Jacob Malone. Chase Willis has to escape. Jacob Malone into the outside wall and back down the field. Everyone trying to escape on the inside. They're going to be going 4 wide here. Patrick Connell looking to the inside of Brad Cmejla. It's going to get real interesting here. Sean English in the 960 car looking to make a move in the back. Patrick Connell on the apron. He's going to get up into Sean English. Trouble. Cole Morgan around. Garrett Pick. Couple cars. The 22 on the wall. Hard up in the air and flipping is the number 22 of Troy Burke, who just came in for a fast repair, and that's going to bring out another quick yellow. Oh, and the number 18 is going to go up and over after that one. It's Chris Walsh, who goes for a quick little flip and back on all fours. No harm, no foul, it looks like, for the number 18 car. But it looks like another large crash taking place. Let's see what happened this time. Right here, we see the number 12. Right there, we pause it right there. You see him slip up the racetrack into Garrett Pick in the 44 car. Pick goes hard in the outside wall. Look at Warlick sneak by. Not getting caught. Right here, Troy Burke gets airborne. Watch this hit right here. Hard in the wall. Upside down goes the 22 of Troy Burke. And the 18 car. Watch this. He hits the wall and gets squeezed by the 22. And right there. Gets up against the wall and takes a slow roll over. And then back on all 4 wheels. Here comes Paxton Brandon to the inside. Shortly enough here. Right there. Escaping on the inside. But another caution here. Another caution flag out. Pace car going to make a 1 to green right away here. Going to be 1 to green. A quick oh, we got trouble. Austin Hill is out of the race. our dominating race car. We got to see what happened here. What happened? Oh, he just pulls it off and retires from the session. Well, that's interesting. He had plenty of speed and had a good chance to win. I believe he's good buddies with Garrett Pick and Sean English, who, if we do a quick scan of the field here, none of those guys are on the racetrack anymore. So the whole Austin Hill community here, which decided to come in, they are all out of the race. So I really we appreciate those guys coming in, being some starting parks, it looks like, some fast starting parks. And that's going to limit this field to now a bunch of really familiar names. Brad Cmejla up to 5th in the 83 car. And I've noticed it's hard for the transition into turn 1 from that apron. It's been messing up a lot of drivers so far in this race. Keith Ingram going to bring him to the restart zone in the 0-1 McDonald's machine. You've seen him up front, but when it comes to the last laps, he always seems to be getting screwed. A little bit of a stack up right there. Patrick Connell is to avoid way in the back. Oh, Chase Willis was able to get to the inside of Patrick Connell. See Brad Cmejla making it a move through the middle. Oh, trouble. Cole Trudeau and Brad Cmejla going to make some contact. That's going to send those guys all the way to the back of the field. Oh, we got the 9 car up in the outside wall as well. That's Chase Modzalewski. Back up front, Keith Ingram. Somehow Patrick Connell's end up second after all this. He was right in the middle moments ago. And here's Nathan McLaughlin in the number 3 machine. Going to really spread out this pack a lot right there. Take a look at the view from above. Keith Ingram going to lead this lap over Patrick Connell. He's got Nathan McLaughlin right behind him. Actually, Keith Ingram screwed McLaughlin. Oh, into Matt Rico's Nathan McLaughlin. And here comes Jacob Malone through the middle in the 31 car. Yeah, once again, it strikes again, that transition into turn 1. Guys really struggling to hanging on to their cars. See, Chris Walsh in the 18 car, he was never able to get caught back up to the field. And now Nathan McLaughlin to the outside of Patrick Connell with some help. Getting split right through the middle goes Patrick Connell. You see Keith Ingram with the lead. Can he have another dominating performance like last night at Charlotte? Remember, he did not win that race due to the chaos that ensued. But remember, to my point, oh, Patrick Connell and the Chase Willis. Well, there's some crazy stuff happening here in turn 1. That is the danger zone. You see Malone trying to push McLaughlin. Patrick Connell still able to hang in there through the middle. Back up top, Nathan McLaughlin, and again, Keith Ingram, he's the one who hit him right coming to the checkers. Nathan McLaughlin would have won that if that didn't happen. And then it was Payson Lindsay who finished well. Chase Willis slipping up the racetrack, getting extremely tight there in the 44 car. Here's Jackson Connie, and Matt Rink takes evasive action. Oh, Keith Ingram tries to clear Patrick Connell. Not going to be able to do it in time. Got 3 wide in the back, Brad Schmiller, Warlick, and the 9 car. Everyone back there, it's a danger zone. Look at this, these guys ripping the outside. Jacob Malone, Nathan McLaughlin going back through the field, seeing what else is happening. We got Brad Schmiller and Warlick there in the 21. Brad Schmiller going to go around. The number 83 takes a single car spin. Oh, we got multiple cars collected in this one. Hard contact. The 36 collected, and that's going to bring out a caution flag. Another crash in the back. We were going to keep it green, but the 36 machine gets collected. The 36 of Troyer. Nowhere to go. Brian Troyer gets collected in that one. Brad Cmejla gets spun around. Let's see what happened this time. Right here, they're 3 wide. And it looks like Brad Cmejla just comes down for right there. And I feel like Warlick's holding his line here. Oh, maybe he slipped up a little. Well, it looked like they just kind of came together. They were both simultaneously crossing lanes. And right there, Brad gets into Warlick there in the 21. Both these cars nearly flip over. How about the 23 of Rayner getting through it? And then right here, the 36. Boom! Just chose the wrong lane. He had some space on the outside, but unfortunately was not able to make it through. Let's go inside his car. Oh, right there, yeah, they were up against the wall and couldn't react in time. I'm not sure if he's already used a faster. We've seen some relatively large wrecks so far. You know, what's really interesting about Kansas Speedway is that this racetrack, I mean, it's got it's got all sorts of antics, you know. I mean, it's super interesting here. Gonna get in the voice chat quick, talk to me as well. Remember, you are able to get laps back. Just get them back on the outside. So, Mr. Rayner, Mr. Cole Morgan, if you guys want laps back, you guys are able to get those on the outside. We will clear your black flags. Just had to make that clear. You know, we don't, since we don't have wave rounds. Oh, we got trouble on the pits. Trouble in the pits. It's the 36 who just had damage. Oh, looks like there were some wrecks on the pits. Oh! Going into his pit stall, and Brad Cmejla. That's odd that even registered in the first place, and unfortunately, Brad Cmejla, his situation gets a lot worse. See what his fry. He's got big front damage now in that car. And the pace car is off. We are time to get ready for racing once again. Green flag back in the air. It's Nathan McLaughlin. The field shrinking to just about nothing at this point. See, Brad Cmejla not able to get out of the pits in time, was taking some repairs a little too long. And Nathan McLaughlin is going to take a commanding lead over Patrick Connell. Down the backstretch they go. The pack, the herd, it's shrunken a lot. Patrick Connell, Cottingham not going to push him. Now, an interesting thing to note about Kansas Speedway is we're going to go 4 wide here. The outside lane has progressive banking. The whole track does, so that means that we are going to see some great racing. Oh, there they go! Keith Ingram, Jacob Malone, and George Carafitti's going to be hard on the wall. It's a big crash. Jacob Malone, numerous cars collected. Keith Ingram involved. Multiple cars around in this one. Keith Ingram, they went 4 wide. And it's pure chaos. Jacob Malone with big time damage in the number 31 machine. Here's Rayner. He's able to get his lap back. Keith Ingram took a hard hit. And what is surprisingly a wreck fest here at Kansas Speedway. Let's see what happened here. So right here we got it paused. Let's see what happened. Let's see what took place. Jacob Malone, he's going to come down. Might have not been aware that they were 4 wide, and it just pinballs everyone into each other. Ingram gets back up into Malone. Matt Reek has nowhere to go. It's going to get him right into Chase Willis. Oh, and George Carafitti's, I believe, gets clipped. But does he save it? Oh, around he goes. He's already taken a fast repair. Oh, right off of Malone. He doesn't even hit the wall, George Carafitti's. Unbelievable. George Carafitti's able to escape. Oh, you see Cole Trudeau ends up going around in this one. Oh, he saves it. Matt Reek went through the grass. But I think there were a couple other cars involved. Chase Willis. Ingram took a hard hit, but I believe otherwise everyone was able to make it through. Going to be making it 1 to green once again. Quick caution flags. That is what we were getting at tonight. It's been a lot of wrecks in this one here so far. And this is shaping up to be interesting. Jacob Malone, who had a fast car and we knew was going to be a competitor, he is going to have to take a fast repair. As we now will bring back our top 20 camera there. No reason to scroll through that. Paxton Brandon is now out of the race. See, it looks like a lot of cars here in the pits. So due to this, we are going to extend this to 1 to green. Still got a lot of cars who need to catch up to the front of the field. So we're going to make it 2 to green here, which will make this a 10-lap shootout when it goes green. Nathan McLaughlin and Jackson Cottingham. Yeah, McLaughlin's going to be tough, but I can't believe George Carroll. You know what? While we got time, let's ride on board with him through this whole crash, because this was incredible. inside his car. I mean, they're 4 wide, 2 rows deep here. You knew it wasn't going to be good. Watch him get turned, and all hope seems lost, and then he doesn't even hit the wall. Watch. Holy. It goes from race ending. If Jacob Malone is not there for him, he's going to take a nasty angle on the outside. Well, he already took a fast repair. Instead, he lives to see another day, and Chase Willis took a hard hit too. Chase Willis likely going to need a fast repair as well. Brad Cmejla's car seems to be all repaired now. Down the backstretch they go. We see Cole Trudeau having some problems lining up. So this has been a wreck fest. I was just really surprised we don't have a lot of cars on the field. You know, it's kind of, you know, how about Nathan Nickel up there in the 4th place spot? But now it's going to be Nathan McLaughlin. Can he wrap this deal up and get his first SimStock win? He's another driver who's been really close.
Green flag, green flag.
Back green, Nathan McLaughlin. Back underway. See, Brad Cmejla still a lap down. Jacob Malone now 2 laps down. So some of those guys really not able to get back on the lead lap if this goes green to the end. Nathan McLaughlin and Patrick Connell in good position here with Cole Trudeau right behind him. Does Patrick make a move here? No, he's going to push. Oh, he's going to go to the inside. He's moved McLaughlin up the racetrack. A great move, and he's now going to take the inside away. You see Chase Modzalewski in front of Billy Rickett right there. Almost some contact. Back here you see Nathan Nickel goes from 4th all the way to the back for now. Keith Ingram with a fast repair. He's looking back, trying to get some time back up front. Oh, we got a car in the wall. It's Rayner. He's in the wall way at the top of your screen back there. Here's Cole Trudeau. A couple of these guys desperate for their first wins this whole race. I don't think we even have a current winner here in this race anymore. So it's a guaranteed first-time winner tonight at Kansas. Look at this whole bottom lane lined up. Nathan McLaughlin with no help. But the banking is higher on the outside, but at that point, I don't really think it's going to matter. Here goes Billy Rickett through the middle. Nathan McLaughlin, like what happened at Vegas, he's going to go all the way to the back. Oh, no, he gets help. Billy Rickett ends up picking him up. Cole Trudeau to the inside on Patrick Connell. He faked that move, but was not able to stay committed to it. There's Cottingham in the 7 car way up the racetrack. Matt Reek through the middle with George Karafides. Patrick Connell and Cole Trudeau. Pushing, Billy Rickett looking to the outside. Billy Rickett's got some right front damage on that 24 machine, so, and it looks like John Colmorgan has been involved in something in the back with Nathan Nickel. Those guys have escaped to the pits now. Tough break for them. How about the 18 of Walsh back there in the 10th place spot? It's a 10-car pack up here with 7 laps to go. It's a 10-car pack and some pretty good drivers here as well, so we will see. I mean, Jacob Malone is 2 laps down. He's going to have to hope for a caution. And Billy Rickett to the outside. We got him 3 wide for the lead. Patrick Connell on the inside. Cole Trudeau nearly into Nathan McLaughlin right there. Chase Modzalewski in position as well. The pushing, the shoving, it's going to get real aggressive. Chase looking to the inside of Cole Trudeau. 6 laps to go at Kansas. I mean, Nathan McLaughlin, he's making that outside work. He doesn't even have help, but he's still that far ahead of Patrick Connell right there. Contact made for the lead. A little bit of side swiping. Patrick Connell and Nathan McLaughlin. Going to be making a little bit of contact right there. Here comes Cole Trudeau looking to the outside. It's getting aggressive pushes from teammate Chase Modzalewski back there. 6 laps remain in this one. You see Cole going to get into McLaughlin a little bit there. Oh, Patrick Connell around in front of the field. Modzalewski's going to spin, and that might send us to SimStock overtime. More trouble. Jackson Cottingham. He's got some heavy damage. Others spinning. Warlick in the 21. That's going to be Matthew Warlick in the 21 goes around. And it looks like Cole Trudeau got into Patrick Connell. I mean, some heavy damage for a lot of these race cars. And if some of these guys don't have fast repairs, it could be over for them. There's a lot to look back on here. Cottingham collected big time. Let's see what happened. And again, just like George Karafides, Patrick Connell was able to use the cars to not end up in the wall. But right there, it looks like Cole might have got pushed by Modzalewski. Oh, Billy Rickett, who might have used a fast repair, now might be out of the race. George Karafides is able to escape. Oh my gosh, George Karafides might have a chance to win. Oh, the 18 car, that's what happened there. You hate it for Chris Walsh in the 18 car, who I think might be down. If this field might be, there might be no one left in this race. Right there, that's going to knock the suspension out of the 7. And watch this 18, no control, hits Matthew Warlick in the 21. Matthew Warlick, he's able to escape, though, with minimal, no damage at all out of that 21 machine. So let's see what the heck is going on now. Let's take a look at what happened here. See Matt Reek going to the inside. That's going to make Cole Trudeau our leader. I want to see this from a better view. Yeah, right there, Chase Modzalewski. It just kind of looks like a bad deal. It just looks like they all kind of got squeezed together there. It's really not Cole's fault. He's got nowhere to go. He could go through the middle there, but at that point, you're getting pushed in the rear end by a teammate who's trying to push him to the lead, right? So it's just a tough deal. Patrick Connell extremely lucky to pretty much get no damage out of that. At the time of Cole takes a slide, and I don't know who was leading. Was it Matt Reek or Cole Trudeau? It's going to be Cole Trudeau, scored the race leader. Two kids from the same neighborhood, Cole Trudeau and Patrick Connell, are going to be racing for the win. It's going to be 1 to green now. And it will be a 2-lap shootout. Jacob Malone going to be in contention. Look at how many cars are left. I mean, a handful of cars out, and you just hate to see it, man. Chris Walsh, Troyer also out of the race. Cole Morgan and Nickel, all those guys were just caught up in a bunch of random stuff that happened in the back of the field. And this is going to be interesting. Cole Trudeau and Patrick Connell will be 1 and 3 here on this restart. Brad Cmejla finally able to get back up on the lead lap, and with a fresh race car, really. With Jackson Cottingham behind. What chaos are we going to see here? It's going to be real interesting. That is for sure. We got Jake Malone getting a final lap back. I don't think he's going to, I don't know. He might, yeah, he's got to watch out for Kyle Busch in this restart. I don't know, watch him. I've seen him do things in the past, right? So if he ends up, you know, getting a head start on this restart, we're going to have to disqualify. Anyway, coming through the restart zone here. Green flag back in the air. Jacob Malone does a good job following the rules. Thank you, Malone. We love to see it. And it's Cole Trudeau with the lead. Patrick Connell and Matt Reek going to make contact. 2 laps to go from Kansas. McLaughlin to the inside of Connell. Can Cole Trudeau hang on? He's going to have to hold off Patrick Connell. I mean, what a story here. This is going to get real interesting. Jacob Malone already up 3 spots since the restart. Cole Trudeau down the back straightaway. They're going to be coming to the white flag. Cole Trudeau in the 47 car. Here, oh, McLaughlin sideways. Chase Modzalewski, Matt Warlick. Here comes Rayner through the middle. Everyone all over the place in the back. White flag in the air. Cole Trudeau and Patrick Connell. Does Patrick make a move? How long does he wait? He's all over Cole. Trouble in the back. Malone, Rayner, multiple cars around. The whole field back there piling up. It's going to come down to 4. Patrick Connell, Cole Trudeau, Matt Reek, and George Karafides. When do you make a move? Patrick Connell pushing Cole Trudeau through 3 and 4 for the final time. Connell looking through the middle. Gonna give Cole a big shove. He's gonna have to make a last-second move. He gets a shove from Reek to the inside. Coming to the start-finish line. Cole Trudeau is gonna get his first SimStock win at Kansas. Cole Trudeau victorious in the MC Motorsports SimStock Series by 0.03 of a second over Patrick Connell. Cole Trudeau gets the win. How about that? Cole Trudeau gonna get his first ever SimStock victory. Jackson Cunningham able to get a top 10. Jacob Alone somehow gets 6. Brad Cmejla top 5. And Cole Trudeau, for the first time in his career, is going to be able to burn it down. Backmarker Motorsports gets a SimStock win. Cole Trudeau victorious. Got one of the team owners, George Carafides, with him. Got Jackson Cunningham, Cole Trudeau. And look at this, a dual burnout. These guys in the calls together. And they do a dual burnout on the front straightaway. And we got more racing after this. South Boston Speedway for what will be a 40-lap short track race. Only 20 entries allowed in that one, so make sure you register quickly. Cole Trudeau in the 47 car has won in the SimStock iRacing Series. Here's what happened. Here's how he got it done. Well, you see Nathan McLaughlin to the inside of Patrick Connell. This is with 2 laps to go. And right there, they made some contact in the back. It was Chase Modzelewski who gets into Nathan McLaughlin right there. They were all able to save it. We did not go into double overtime. Right here, Patrick Connell just going to push Cole at this point. And you got Matt Reek on the outside. You got to feel bad for Matt Reek. He just had no help. Help never came for Matt Reek. And back here, let's see what happened. Oh, it was Malone coming back up the racetrack, and Rayner gets into him. Didn't give him any space. Rayner, bud, if you're watching the stream, we do appreciate you coming out. Chase Willis sideways on the inside. Nathan McLaughlin, just a tough deal tonight for him. Tough, bad luck. Brad Cmejla to the inside, getting through these cars. Oh, and Chase Modzelewski trying to rear the 31 car. And anyway, back up front right here, Patrick Connell. Got to push Cole Trudeau. And at this point, there was really no moves to quit Matt. He actually got a push from Matt Reek, but there was just not enough time for Patrick to make a run. That damage might have been holding him back. And at the line, Cole Trudeau. Another photo finishes galore recently here. The last 3 races here in SimStock have been photo finishes. Cole Trudeau at the line. Let's see if we can pause it right at the exact spot. Right there, Cole Trudeau victorious in the MCM SimStock Series. What a fun race it was. That was awesome. I know it was Wreckfest, but it was quite the fun finish. And we will hear from Cole Trudeau. We'll hear from Cole Trudeau and Patrick Connell. Both these kids from the same exact neighborhood. So we'll hear from both of them. Hear both of their side of the stories. All right, we're going to get in the call with Cole Trudeau here. Cole Trudeau, you got a coffee, brother.
Yes, sir.
Cole Trudeau, victorious for the first time in SimStock. Man, you had your old pal Patrick Connell pushing you to the win right there. You had to hold off Matt Reek and hold off a ton of chaos. Just a wreckfest race, really, but you were able to get your first SimStock win. How does it feel? And describe how that race went.
Oh, it feels amazing. I started off right at the front and got kind of in a wreck a little bit there, fell to the back of the field, but then was able to work my way back up with teammates Chase and George, made our way to the front, and end of the race there, I knew I could trust Patrick to race me clean to the end, and he did so. And this is a huge victory for the team of Backmarker Racing. All of us, we made it to the front, and our team's been really solid, and I'm hoping that this can bring some good luck to the team. I'd like to give my mom and dad a shout out, my friends that are watching, and H.J. Martin had a great card night, and that's it. It's up in the air. I'm thinking maybe.
Yeah, we got you, but we do have to warn you. We are watching the stream to listen to Culture Doe, and we couldn't hear you, so.
We appreciate that. Patrick Connell, you got a copy.
Yep.
All right, Patrick Connell ends up second in a near photo finish once again, and this time to Cole Trudeau. Obviously, another heartbreaking finish, but there's really not much else you could have done there. You got real lucky there after you got hooked that you were able to keep it out of the wall and save it with minimal damage. But just describe how things kind of went.
Yeah, you know, we saw the hopes dwindling there. We weren't able to just no speed at all. Weren't able to get past him, and you know, I think I probably could have been a little more aggressive with him and roughed him up and maybe gotten the win. But you know what? Were we really trying to turn Cole Trudeau out of his first hosted win? No, we weren't. We saw the big picture here. We made our little move right there because we couldn't just hand him a win, you know. But we just didn't have any speed. I thought Matt Reek was going to go with me to the top there. Didn't work out. I don't know. Better than last race. Last race we were taken out multiple times. Weren't able to finish the race, but you know, we'll take a second place here for Connell Legacy Racing. Brad Cmejla, Connell Legacy Racing driver, I believe, finished in the top 5. We'd love to hear that.
Yeah, that's right. It was a very, very solid second race, second showing. Brad Schmel also finished 7th in race 1, was the highest finishing Connell Legacy Racing driver. So almost Connell Legacy Racing. Almost able to get the victory lane. We appreciate it, Patrick Connell. We also appreciate your sponsorship that race. We did have all the logos shown on stream as well, so we appreciate it. South Boston going to be going up soon as well. 20 entries, so make sure we are registered for that one. And we're going to get one final interview here. Let's talk to George Carafides, pretty much the team owner of Backmarker Motorsports. Oh, dragging me to the wrong one. Let's see if we can bring him back. All right. George Carafides, Cole Trudeau, victory lane, your teammate, your car. How does it feel to finally get a Backmarker Motorsports machine?
It feels great. You know, we work for this every time we get on the sim. We work for any of our drivers to get a win. We're here to help each other. We had help from Jackson Cottingham was also helping us, a great ally with Paxton Brandon Racing or BBR. You know, it's a great feeling to finally have one of the cars in victory lane.
All right, that was George Carafides. George, we got 20 entries for South Boston, so make sure you're quick to register. It's going to fill up fast, so hopefully, maybe back-to-back for Backmarker Motorsports. We'll see what happens. And with that, as you see on your screen, we are creating the next session. It'll be our first ever short track race in the SimStock series history. So what in the world is going to happen? Well, let's find out, right? All right, we're going to create a session here using our latest settings. All right, got our admins, time limit. Let's see. Once again, going to be a 15-minute practice session, 2 qualifying laps. It'll be a 40-lap race this time with the mini stock at South Boston Speedway. We're currently getting this up for everyone. If you'd like to join, it's all free. So, I mean, anyone can really join in. But we're only allowing 20 in. So, you know, you are going to have to... You're going to have to be quick because it's free. Anyone can register on iRacing. Static weather in the night with a clear situation. Track conditions. And finally, we got our opponent roster, and that will be a checkout. This race sponsored by George Carafides. So we appreciate George Carafides coming along right there for this one. To once again sponsor this one. It's our last race of our first full night of action. We have a 3-race night here, bringing all 3 races to you here at SimStock. So we'll see who ends up registering for this one. South Boston Speedway with the mini stocks. And the session is up. The session will be going up in a minute or two. It'll be show. It's up now, but it will be showing up publicly here in a matter of minutes. And this is going to be some skilled racing finally, guys. We are going to see drivers with, you know, true skill on short tracks. This is the first one that's not really truly up in the air for anyone to win. Expecting Jacob alone to race, maybe some other, you know, new names. Maybe some rainers on the short tracks who are just looking for some hosts to race. Session is going up for South Boston. 20 cars allowed in only. So we will just have to see who ends up making their way into this one. I mean, there's going to be cars stopped on the inside. I've never hosted a short track race like this, so it's going to be all new for everyone here. But that session is up, allowing 20 cars in, so a guaranteed top 20 for whoever decides to race. Let's see who's in already. Yep, Jacob Malone is going to be racing. He's going to be a tough one to beat. I mean, this guy's got 4,000 I rating, so it's for sure going to be tough to beat him. But Miles Davis in the session as well, another mini stock professional on the short tracks. It'll be another interesting one to watch. It's 40 laps, expecting a full field of 20 without a doubt. But it's just a matter of Nathan McLaughlin. That'll be good competition for Jacob Malone. He is also now in. Still creating this next one to load it up here, get it on the stream. It looks like Michael A. Good is back as well in the mini stocks. Kanan Vaughn is back. Caden Gulo is back. The Lightning Esports cars, but all will be racing. Appreciate everyone who's been tuning in. We peaked at 19 viewers at the end of the Las Vegas race, and we peaked at the end of the Kansas race at 15. Awesome stuff all night long so far here in this one. You hear the cars on the track now. We're going to get our camera situated so we don't have these continuous problems. So we're going to look at the field. Sorry, as soon as these cameras zoomed in from the start. But it is, once again, Jacob Malone. An interesting one to watch. And unfortunately, we have messed up the session. A waste of 75 cents. And with that, unfortunately, everyone is loading in right now, but hopefully these people are able to realize what is happening here. We are going to be having to make a new session. Just ridiculous. I mean, wasting money like that, and when the money is not even able to be there in the first place, it's just uncalled for. And now our overlays are messed up. Holy crap! These simple problems are all causing problems. So let's get this right this time. Unfortunately, we had a ton of new. It was looking to be a great field of cars. I always trash John Ramos for doing this, for making mistakes, and now we are the ones making mistakes. Sad. make sure we have everything correct this time. Got a little bit out of sorts. Yep, just forgot to load up that one. So I mean, we had the Charlotte setup. That was going to be a real interesting race with that. But I mean, we really could have ran it, but you know, we're not really trying to do that, you know. Our first session mistake. To be honest, I accidentally put up the Las Vegas session as a start now earlier too. So I've wasted $1.50 tonight now. Hopefully we get this one ready. Just like that, the funds are nearly gone. It looks like pretty much everyone is going to be backed out of that one. So hopefully here this one can work this time. Well, shoot. Not exactly what we were hoping for there. Some session mistakes. Now we will advance through practice if necessary. But, yeah, you know, I mean, we'll just have to see simply what happens here at South Boston. Obviously, a tough deal. We wait for the right session to now load in. So once this goes up and I start loading in, I'm going to be right back. So the microphone will go silent for a little bit. And now everyone has left that session. So that's good to see. Yeah, it looks like the one that says join this is now up, so we're going to spectate that one. All right, fellas, I will be right back as we get this new one up. still left to join. Gotta respect, he's got some camera from the stands here. All sorts of all practice. Yeah, racing at the Charlotte settlement. You see the boat's got 300 on the field right now. Two, big trouble. Davis gonna go upside down. Yeah, this could be real interesting. You never know what some of these randoms, could take or lose. Obviously, I think he's gonna be the one to beat. I think he's gonna have a lot of laps. Might be a fun. Race, but it's not pricey. This might not be fun to pop into goal. 15 guys set up. Taking some laps here. 15 Zach Smith. Chase Willis in the 44 and full line of SimStock action. Taking right there, Kansas. He's back. Ethan Locker, George Garafides, Ken Vaughn, Matt Reed, Julian Crowley, there's Miles Davis. Stollard is in the race, making his debut. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Andrew Freeland and Alex Rodriguez. That registers. We'll let this go a couple more minutes. Give some of these fellas a little time to register. Well, at this point, we might as well just run it out. Let's see. Appreciate it. That saved the whole broadcast. That is now fixed. That is now fixed. Appreciate that once again. Four minutes. And it looks like pretty much everyone who's here is here. Who needs to be. And with that, we are going to be saying, let's just get started. How about? We're going to advance to qualifying. It is time for qualifying here. Oh, look at that. Chance in the 32. Jake Chance is going to go up to second unpracticed at the last second. Wow, Zach Smith as well. Some of these new guys are going to be tough to beat potentially. This is going to be interesting to watch here in qualifying how things go. We have advanced the session, though. So we are ready to get started. Who's going to be first out on the racetrack? Looks like Caden Gulo was as everyone loads in. Here's Patrick Connell in the number 10. Got Nathan McLaughlin in the number 3 car, who is still looking for that first SimStock win. Tonight could be the night. Cannon Vaughn, Keith Ingram, Cmejla Crowley, Jackson Cottingham, George Karafides, Chase Willis, Matt Reek, Caden Gulo, Andrew Vreeland, David Terrazas. This guy, so there must have been someone who left, and this guy was able to be that last registered spot. Here's Jake Chance, Michael Good, Patrick Connell, Nathan McLaughlin, Keith Ingram. Looks like those are the guys on the racetrack. Here's Cole Trudeau, who just won off Kansas, got his first win. That pressure of getting a win is gone forever here in SimStock. Now it's about multiplying. Jacob Malone paces the field so far, but Chase Willis, 200s behind on the top of the board. A good lap for Chase Willis. And here's Alex Rodriguez. We're seeing his scheme for the first time now. Terrazas in the 86. Pretty off the pace so far. 0.8 off is where he's going to end up. Alex Rodriguez off by 0.62. A couple of those back marker machines. And Chance. Whoa. Zach Smith in the 15 is going to be top of the board in his SimStock debut. Zach T. Smith is going to be top of the board, looking to get his first ever SimStock pole. Andrew Vreeland, still someone who's still yet to set a time. Once we get everyone on the board. Oh, there's Chance, who's third. All these guys were fast in practice, so the speed carries over in qualifying. But looks like Jacob Malone has someone who's going to have a run for his money. Matt Reek, Cole Trudeau, he's going to end up 11th. Andrew Vreeland back there. You got David Terrazas, Nathan McLaughlin, Jackson Cottingham, George Karafides, Matt Reek. All these guys trying to get some extra practice lap. Here's Miles Davis, who's still yet to set a lap. This guy, expecting him to have some solid speed. Blinking out a little there. Not sure if that's our stream or if that's over on this side. He's way off the track there in turns 1 and 2. So unfortunately for Miles Davis here, this first lap is going to be a tough one. Now another opportunity here in lap 2. First lap is going to place him 12th. I know he could do better, and right there that was a much better 1 and 2. Can't hit the wall. If you hit the wall, your lap will be invalidated. Any contact points or off-track excursions. Right there, he gets really loose. Oh, it's going to be a good lap. Won't be as good, but it still should be an increase. It will, a minor increase up to 10th. Still a 10th off the pace. David Terrazas looking just to get some last-second practice laps in here. As I believe here, that's pretty much, looks like guys just getting some last-second laps in, like David Terrazas currently 0.85 off. So it's going to be interesting to see, and that will do it. That's going to end this session. So I'm going to hop into the luck, everyone. All right, we're back. We're ready to go. How about this? South Boston Speedway with the mini stock cars. Our first ever short track race in the SimStock series. And it's Zach Smith on the pole, I believe. Yep. Some new names up here we got to get familiar with. So Jack Smith, Jacob Malone, Chase Willis up there as well. It's going to be interesting. I've never hosted a short track race before, so we do not know what to expect. It's now the 1 to green. It's Harry Stallard who will not be making a start here. He's the one who ultimately will not start. It's 19 cars in the field. It's going to be Zach Smith leading him through the restart zone. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. We're underway. We got short track racing at South Boston Speedway. Already Jacob Malone to the rear end of the 15. Down the backstretch they go, testing out some of these new camera angles. And 1 lap clean, no problems so far. Everyone kind of blinking out at that same point. I'm not really sure why. Everyone into 1 and 2. It's Zach Smith with the lead. Up the racetrack goes Chase Willis in the back here. Back through the field, Miles Davis in the 19. Keith Ingram looking to the inside of Nathan McLaughlin. Back here, Cunningham and Terrazas last in the pack. Oh, we got contact. Patrick Connell and George Carafides going at it for position. Back up front, Jacob Malone and Zach Smith. Zach Smith gets into the wall in the 15 car. Jake Chance in the 32. They're racing hard for third on back. Malone can the outside work for the 15. Contact is made up front between our race leaders. Zach Smith slipping and sliding on the outside with Jacob Malone. These two are so evenly matched in pace. Oh, we got a car parked on the inside. That's Cannon Vaughn. And that's going to bring out the caution flag. More cars around. Miles Davis going to go for a spin. And Cannon Vaughn gets his car back going. And it's going to bring our first caution of the race. Let's take a look at what happened to Cannon Vaughn. It was back here with George Carafield. Oh, there was trouble already. It was the 18 car who got into Matt Reek. Oh, and Patrick Connell, nowhere to go. The number 5 gets up into George Carafides. And they were all piled up. And right here, the 5 ends up luckily getting to the inside in time. But here, he can't reverse at this point. Oh, yep. Has anyone run into him? No one does. Right here, Miles Davis gets turned around by Keith Ingram. Everyone was trying to avoid the wreck. Cole Trudeau was making his way through. And the one who started it all, it was the number 18 of Alex Rodriguez, who's brand new, but it just looked to be like a racing deal from what I could perceive. Yeah, it looks like Matt Reek just kind of got up. Yeah, the 18 just did kind of get into him. Right there. Going to give him an EOL penalty for that one. That was pretty... decently excessive right there. You see Patrick Connell. I mean, luckily here, speed is not going to really matter a lot with damage. In the middle. Oh, you see Patrick Connell sharing his displeasure. Oh, and Matt Reek, more beef. All sorts of problems in the back. Terrazas out of the race. Jackson Cottingham in the pits. Wonder if there was an incident between them. They were racing together. And we're going to make this 1 to green. You see, I don't know what's going on, but every time we cross the start-finish line here, our overlays... or not our overlays, but all the cars just blink out. So I don't know what's going on with that. But it is 1 to green now. It will be another opportunity. Jackson Cottingham is now out of the race, so that's going to lower the herd to 17 cars. And with that, we will be heading to the restart zone. It's Jacob Malone with the lead of the race, going to get the restart here. Jacob Malone through the restart zone. We are back underway. Good start from Malone. Smith is going to be able to get to the inside right in front of Jake Chance. Into turns 1 and 2 they all go. Malone now, who is side by side with the 15 car before, is now going to have a pretty solid lead and with some clean air as well. Chase Willis and Jake Chance for third, having a good battle as well. Chance to the inside, dives it into turn 1. He's going to slip up just a little, but respectful racing all throughout the field. Caden Gulo in the 48. Here comes Nathan McLaughlin. Keith Ingram, Cole Trudeau back here as well. Terrazas back on the racetrack. Said he was out, so I wonder if he maybe got disqualified on accident. And once again, the whole field blinking out once again. And we apologize for those technical difficulties. Still Malone with the lead. Everyone making it their way through the pack. right there, big blink out. Here's Cole Trudeau in the 47. Miles Davis slipping and sliding back here with Michael Good. Oh, contact is going to be made. All three of these cars. That's Vreeland in the 20. Michael Good in the outside wall. You got Patrick Connell trying to avoid. Oh, Michael Good going to spin right in front of Patrick Connell. He's going to be able to get it going. We keep it green. Here's Terrazas in the 86 car. Cannon Vaughn in the pits, but it's still Jacob Malone with the race lead. Does Zach Smith have anything for him here? Still a lot of time left in this race. Looking our way through the field, we got Nathan McLaughlin in the number 3, Caden Gulo in the 48, Keith Ingram in the 01. Once again, everyone blinking out again. Not sure why. Michael Good back here in the 24, battling with the lap machine of the 86 car. Jacob Malone still back up front. Starting to maybe pull away from Smith just a little bit. 0.3 the difference. Chase Willis having a strong run in third. Jake Chance in the 32. Yeah, I like these new guys. Jake Chance and Zach Smith seem to be very respectful so far. So really appreciate these guys coming in and being respectful. So far, all the new faces have been respectful. Obviously, Alex Rodriguez, a little bit of contact. He actually was, when he got retaliated against, he didn't even try to retaliate back. So that's just being, just accepting the fate there. 25 to go. Malone with a pretty commanding lead as we continue to search through, see what action is going on throughout the field. Jacob Malone still with the lead back here. We got great racing. Jake Chance and Chase Willis side by side for a podium place. Oh, we got a wrecking! And the leaders get taken out! Jake Chance gets collected! We hate to see it! It was George Karafides who was parked on the inside of the racetrack. Jake Chance scored multiple laps ahead. He crossed the start-finish line numerous times, and our overlays get a little messed up. But the caution comes out, and what did I say? I believe Smith got potentially involved. What did I say in practice? I said, man, these guys up front, they're going to be the first to reach lap traffic, parked cars. What happened here? This is going to... This took out the leaders. We'll have to see if we have to hand out kicks for this one. It's George Karafides back here. And he's going to spin into the inside wall. He really had no time to get off the racetrack. Oh, he's going to reverse it. Oh, he's going to keep reversing. And right into the middle of the leaders. Oh, that's the 1 and 2 right there in position. George Karafides is going to be removed from the race. Just got to be more spatially aware at that point. You take out the leader in second place like that, and third, there's going to be some repercussions. We hate it for George. We're good buds with George. I hate to kick him, but we got to be consistent with our rulings. I mean, he sees him coming at this point, but it's too late at this point. He reverses again, and then comes down right into Malone. And they just get collected. That's just tough. Right here, the 32 spins. It shakes up the whole field. Now we got all sorts of drivers up front that we haven't seen before yet. Oh, we got one upside down under pace, and it's Chase Willis. Oh, we got the green flag coming out here. Caution's going to wave right away. Well, that happens quick. Jeez, we got to be better about that. Chase Willis upside down. Going to bring out our next caution. Let's see what happened to him. I mean, what in the world caused this? Chase Willis was leading the damn thing. He gets spun out by Nathan McLaughlin. What in the world is going on here? Then, well, look what happens here. Oh! Oh my goodness! Up and over the middle of the field. Alex Rodriguez into Chase Willis. I don't even think I don't know if Alex did that intentionally. He was just drifting down. Up in the middle of the field goes Chase Willis. I didn't even see this live. And I don't even know what the frick to say at that point. Nathan McLaughlin maybe trying to get laps back? I don't know what the heck just happened there. Nathan McLaughlin is out of the race. Chase Willis in the pits. And now we're going to go green again. Zach Smith back in the lead. So the caution that happened, that's going to give him the lead back. Green back in the air. What has been a really interesting couple moments here. Got cars flipping through the field. See Jacob Malone through the middle back there. Aggressive. He knows he's got a fast car. He had to use a faster pair. He's trying to charge back through the field. And he's going to be really aggressive doing so. We're going to have to watch that. Keith Ingram on the outside. Only 15 laps left. This race flying by. I mean, those series of cautions took like 10 laps out of the race. You hate it for Jake Chance. You hate it for all the cars involved. Oh, Malone sideways in the back. Contact with Matt Reek. And here goes Vreeland to the inside. He's going to get into Cole Trudeau. Cole Trudeau drifting it through the corner. He's going to be able to hang on back up front. Chase Willis is going to get out of the pits. And we got side-by-side action for the lead. Coming to 13 to go. Boy, all this chaos has just changed the outcome of the race. Keith Ingram loses it on the outside. Miles Davis sneaks by and takes second away. Now Zach Smith, who's been fouled. Oh, we got a car sideways up at the front of the field. Oh, we got a wreck. Patrick Connell in the 12 with Jamila Crowley. Patrick Connell gets tagged again. Andrew Vreeland involved. And the caution is going to wave. A multiple car crash. I think this is what the blinking is kind of with the overlays, I think. We've seen this happen to like various streamers before. That's kind of a nightmare that I've had about this series, having that happen. But it's a 3-car wreck in the back. That's going to put us under caution. Let's see what happened here this time. So right here, let's take a look at what happened. Jamila Crowley gets into Patrick Connell right there. He's having him blink out again. Oh my, that's just bad. Hate to see it. Patrick Connell around. And it was kind of Malone that got into the 12. The 12 was trying to check out back down into Alex Rodriguez. Now back here, the 20 machine went around. What happened here? Well, this time it was Cole Trudeau got in the 20 machine of Vreeland. And Vreeland just spins out. He's looking to. I wonder if he's happy. He is not retaliating. I love this list of drivers so far. We got a lot of good racers. A lot of racers who aren't short tempered. They're all just they're all understanding the factors and just trying to hang on. But you hate to see Patrick Connell be the victim of that one. But really hard to pin a blame on that one. Crowley was trying to not run into Connell, and Malone had nowhere to go. Speaking of Malone, he's back up to 5th. Jacob Malone, who has the fastest car, undoubtedly, is now going to be looking for the lead. Zach Smith, who's trying to win in his first start in SimStock. They always blink out right at this exact point. Right at this exact point. Very interesting right there. But Nathan McLaughlin, Chase Willis from the lead. I don't know. We were probably going to disqualify McLaughlin anyway for that. But I don't know if there was another side to the story, but Chase Willis ends up upside down, and now we're going to go to a restart. Chase Willis trying to get some laps back here. It's still a full field of 14 on the lead lap. Here we go. Coming to the green flag. Once again, Zach Smith with a good restart. Jacob Malone, watch how aggressive he's going to be. He's going to move right through Keith Ingram. Right into his rear end. Zach Smith knows Malone could be better than they were side by side earlier. He wants these guys to hold on. Trouble in the back. Cars piling in. It's a big crash in the back, and the caution is going to wave once again. Cole Trudeau collected in this one with some big-time damage, and laps are ticking away here for an opportunity. Might be overtime now. Here's a replay. Let's go back and see. It was back here. Oh, the 5 of Cannon Vaughn gets turned by Crowley. He was able to save it. And then right here. Oh, the 20 car. Looks like it was retaliation against Cole Trudeau. That will be a disqualification. Full sent, Cole Trudeau. See, now the thing is here, guys, if he just gets into Cole and Cole spins a little bit, you know, that's going to be fine. But when you take out other drivers like Patrick Connell, Alex Rodriguez, when you take out everyone else, that's disqualification. That's what the rules say. Retaliation that involves other drivers is going to be a disqualification. And just like that, just like that, we are going to have a 3-lap shootout. We're going to make it 1 to green. We want to give as much laps as possible for these guys to make a finish. You know, 2 laps simply ain't enough. And when we have an opportunity to go 3 laps here, we're going to do it. Alex Rodriguez is in the pits. Terrazas is 5 laps down. Probably unaware you can get laps back. This is it! 3-lap shootout. What's going to happen? Can Zach Smith hang on? Through the restart zone they go. Back underway. Keith Ingram as the blinking continues to progress. Malone to the outside of Ingram. Trying to make that way outside work. Zach Smith with the lead. They're side by side behind. He's just got to hang on for a little bit more. And hope everyone doesn't wreck in the back. So we could keep it green. 2 laps to go in this one. Contact. Jake Chance. Oh, we got a spin in the back. It's the 12 of Crowley. We don't care. We stay green. Zach Smith hanging on. We got more cars making contact all throughout the field. Oh, Miles Davis going to get into Ingram. And the caution is going to wave. Or so we thought. It says it's too late to throw a caution. It says it's too late. What is even that? Zach Smith through the final corners as the field is parked up ahead. Malone tries to wall ride, and Zach Smith is going to win this race. What in the world? Zach Smith victorious in what was supposed to be a yellow. They just didn't allow us to throw the caution in time. I mean, obviously at that point, the 15 was well past the start-finish line. Or it was not even past the start-finish line, so maybe a new feature with the iRacing update. But Zach Smith is going to win. He's going to end up on his lid. Oh, he's not even going to be able to do a burnout. Someone help this man. And I don't think we're going to be able to hear from him, as he is not in the Discord. But just an odd deal of events. A very odd deal of events. Can't even spectate anyone anymore. What is going on here? What is going on here? A wacky way to end the night. Too late to throw a caution. What the hell is even that? That was our biggest wreck of the race too. So I don't even know. I'm spamming that button. This is with 2 to go here. It's going to be Jacob Malone who gets into Miles Davis. And right here, we're hitting the caution button. Smith has not passed the line. And they just pile right in. 19 of Miles Davis gets on his side. And that's just a tough deal. Malone tries to wall Miles Davis up there. Jake Chance nowhere to go. Patrick Connell able to sneak by for a 4th place finish after all the chaos that ensued. Chase Willis was able to get a top 10. Speechless. That's how I got to describe that. That was a wild way to end the night. But Zach Smith wins his first SimStock race. In his first start, he's able to burn it down. And once again, I just don't know what to say. Ridiculous. That's the words I have to say to iRacing with these new updates and new features. Apparently, you can't throw a caution when it comes to unless it's a set. Unless maybe I had the wrong setting or something. But Zach Smith, he was able to no double overtime, or actually no overtime for this kid. It was a 3-lap shootout. No overtime for Zach Smith. So he was not. He didn't have to go for another battle. Jacob Malone would have been EOL'd if there was another restart. He just straight dumped Miles Davis, caused that. He would have been moved to the back. But it would have been an interesting finish. We would have had Chance up here, Patrick Connell. But it's just a tough situation there with the gossip. Zach T. Smith is going to get his first win. Congratulations to him. We will likely not be hearing from him, as he is not here. It sounds like we had exclamations from George Karafides that he stalled trying to get into first gear at the bottom. Obviously, no intentional beans there, but mistakes like that is what is going to get you kicked. And unfortunately, wasn't able to get that to happen there. Right there. But we appreciate everyone tuning in. That is going to do it for what was a very interesting night of racing here. I got my desktop audio turned off, so I don't even know if we had audio that race. I don't know what to say. We'll see you. We'll make our 3 videos tonight for all the crashes. There was a ton of them tonight. We will see you. I don't know when we're going to be racing next, to be honest. We won't have, yeah, shoot. We work on weeknights next week, so Asphalt Media might be returning. So we might not be racing for until a week from now, so we will see what happens there. But we appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Goodbye.